Okay, you can start.
And are you signed on
We're
already?
going to click
Okay,
it.
well, I'll have to promote you over here though, won't I?
What?
I'll have to promote you over here, won't I? Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. Okay, good evening, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started. This is the Community Board 3 SLA committee for Monday, April 13th. I'm sorry, I'm just a little thrown out. I was waiting for another member to get here, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. So actually, I was normally start out by saying what items have withdrawn. We don't have any items that have actually withdrawn this evening, so all the items on the agenda will be heard.
You want to take attendance first?
Sure. We'll go ahead and get started with we'll do an attendance first. We have Megan Joy.
Here.
Stephen Ballinger. Here. And Meltzer here. Michael Lavario, absent. Guillermo Zabiglia, absent. So as I was saying, all the items are on the agenda. We are going to take a few items out of order. We have a couple items that are going to be really quick. So we're going to take those first. And as we're doing that, the first item you can be prepared, I think we're going to promote you on Zoom, is going to be item number 23, it's baked clams, 33 Avenue B. The applicant is here. Please raise your Zoom hand for that and we will promote you. Are you signed in already, Susan?
Okay, I see it now.
Okay. I see Reed is on there, so we could promote him.
Oh,
There you go. Okay, so I see we have Reed here. Slide back there. Okay, so this item is on our agenda tonight. Normally, Sidewalk Cafe or any of the dining out in New York applications, just they sign our stipulations, which the applicant already has, and then it's administrative approved and they're not heard at the meeting. However, this item was approved about 2 months ago here at the committee, and the applicant did agree on their stipulations to not use commercial space any outdoor space for commercial use, including the open dining program. So because he checked that, we have to then, in a sense, revise or reapprove his application to change that stipulation so that it goes to the state with the proper information, because right now the state has stipulations saying he's not allowed to use the outdoor space, and he agreed to that. So it's a really simple one. I think, Reed, do you want to say anything? I guess my only question is, and it's not necessarily a question, but just, we did explain this to you when you were here 2 months ago, and you said you had no intention of using the outdoor space now, you were going to use it sometime in the future. And I think I even said, if you plan on using it in the future, maybe you should check that box now, but you went ahead and said, nope, I'm good. So that's the only reason we made you come tonight, because we do have to change it for the state. The only other thing I want to say is you've heard, I know you were there in business while Poco was in business, and you heard the residents' concerns that night, or heard our concerns about the outdoor space on that corner. So I just want to make sure we repeat this to you, that Poco was a disaster and we can't have that again. So your outdoor space has to be orderly. You can't be having, double the amount of tables you're approved for. Can't block the sidewalk, and you can't have loud speakers and partying drunk brunches out there. Got it?
He knows.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that being said, does the committee member anyone have any questions on this? It's really a very simple one. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move to a vote. So all we're doing, we're not even gonna bother putting stipulations up for you, because all we're doing is changing the box that was checked off. I will not use outdoor space. to I will use outdoor space and close by 10 p.m., etc., based on the stipulations you signed for your outdoor permit. Sound good?
I'm sorry, Michael.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I say one thing?
Oh, yes, actually, Susan has one comment.
Yeah, this is actually not about their specific application. We're having a Zoom meeting on Wednesday afternoon from 2 to 4. for restaurants about outdoor dining regulations. I would like it if you would attend. I can send Michael the link to register. Would you do that?
I'll do whatever the community board wants me to do, of course, 100%.
Better be careful. It's a very scary thing to say. Okay, Michael, I'll send the link to you and you can forward it, okay?
Okay, I'd like to see that too.
Okay,
Okay.
thank
Like
you.
it. Thank you.
We're gonna quickly move to a vote on approving stipulations and changing the outdoor space to yes. Megan Joy,
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger. Yes. Tim Smeltzer, yes. Michael Lavario, yes. Okay, so that was approved. Michael, Kelly will be sending you out the revised stipulations, the whole drill.
Okay,
Okay?
all right, thank you.
Okay, so that one was really quick. Hopefully we can keep on that trend tonight. We have a couple other really simple ones. We're gonna take item number 16, which is Salma, 351 East 12th Street. The applicant is here on Zoom. Please raise your Zoom hand and we will promote you. I think the attorney is Frank, so.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Who's the one I'm looking for?
Frank, and then I'm not sure who the applicant is.
Can they
but-
raise their hands, please?
Yes, can you please raise your Zoom hands if you're the applicant for number 16, Salma,
Okay.
351 East 12th Street?
I promoted Peter.
Okay,
Now I'm looking for Michael.
Frank,
Okay, he's promoted it.
okay. Okay, I don't see them, you said you promoted both of them, Susan?
I'm a panelist now, just.
Oh, he must have been on, so it's not showing up on. screen. Pierre, you're the applicant, aren't you, Pierre? Pierre, are you?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Yes, you're the applicant, correct?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes.
Okay, and is your attorney Frank here with you, or are you just by yourself?
No, I'm doing with the attorney. He's supposed to be here with us today.
Okay, but so do you see Frank?
So, yeah, if I have the chance to give him a call really quick to make sure that he's with us.
Okay, so we don't see him on the Zoom, but you don't have to have your attorney, and I think this is a simple enough one that
Uh-huh.
we can move forward, and then you can tell him you're not paying him for tonight's meeting because he wasn't here.
Yes, sure. Let me introduce myself.
So,
Can you just make me a co-host, please? Thank you.
so Pierre, I think, and I'm gonna skip over the normal summary I do for the applications, and I think you can correct me if I'm wrong. This is essentially just it's a corporate change, it's a little bit more elaborate, so we don't consider it an actual corporate change. You're keeping the exact same stipulations as you've had in the past, you're just essentially changing partners, correct?
Correct.
So, and you are the partner that's remaining and the other partner is leaving completely, correct?
Yes, correct. Mainly, I'm the only one in charge right now.
Yes. So that's the only reason we're really hearing you tonight, so you're not changing any stipulations, you're not doing anything else, you're keeping everything exactly the same, correct?
Nothing changed other
Okay.
than that we make the bar smaller. That's it.
So, okay, so you are making the bar itself, the physical bar, slightly.
Uh-huh. We take it off almost 7 feet, so we make it just a bar service. Because guys, we don't have a bar. We're not gonna have a bar. We're not serving alcohol as a bar. We serve only alcohol with the dinner. That's the reason why we have a very, very small serving bar right now.
Gotcha. But as far as everything else is staying, the hours, everything is staying the same, correct?
Everything is the same, correct?
Great, so I think we're gonna go ahead and. We can put the stipulations up quickly, just so you know what you're signing and making sure that everything's the same, but. I'll go through them pretty quickly on the screen so that, just so you are aware.
I think I put this down as a new license instead of a corporate change.
Well, it's not technically a corporate change, it
It was
is,
actually.
it is, yeah, but it's, for all practical purposes, it's a corporate change. but it's not legally a corporate change, if that makes sense.
You mean it's a new license?
It is a new license, but it really, in a sense, all it's changing really is corporation and parent, and he's making the bar slightly smaller. Okay, so we have the stipulation on the screen, it's just. Yep, so it's Pierre Dumi, as a qualified representative of Balsamic LLC at 351 East 12th Street. My license is a full liquor license. It is technically a new application in terms of the SLA. They'll operate a full service restaurant, specifically a Lebanese restaurant, kitchen open, serving food during all its operation. Hours of operation are Sunday to Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. Thursday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. We'll close all outdoor dining under the open restaurants program by 10 p.m. We'll close any front and rear facade doors and windows by 10 p.m. We'll not have DJs, live music, third-party promoted events, any event which cover fee is charged, or scheduled performances, or dancing. We'll play on beyond recorded background music only. Will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. Will not seek a change in class. Will not participate in pub crawls or party buses. We'll have a happy hour going by 7. We'll post these stipulations, and residents may contact the owner at the number below, and it's Pierre Dumi, and the phone number. What is your phone number, Pierre? Or the manager's phone number, I guess, whoever's going to be responsible for responding to complaints.
Will you say it one more time? The last question. I didn't.
What is your phone number? So you're listed as the manager, and anyone will be responding to complaints if there are any issues. So we have a phone number on the stipulations for that. So what is your phone number?
917
Okay.
261 4900.
917-261-4900.
Correct.
Okay, correct. Thank you very much. Okay, so those are the stipulations. We're gonna go ahead, and unless you have anything to say, or is there anyone here? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Is there anyone here from the public to speak to this? Please raise your Zoom hand. Okay, seeing none, we're gonna move to a vote on this. So Megan Joy,
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger,
Yes.
Cliff Smeltzer, yes, Michael Lavario.
Yes.
Okay, so Pierre, your application was approved. We'll be setting out the stipulations with instructions to your attorney, to Frank, and he'll let you know what to do.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pierre.
Thank you.
Okay. We have, moving on, we have another item which should be pretty quick as well. This is item number 12. It is PD's A10 Kitchen LLC at 162 Avenue A. Are the applicants here for 162 Avenue A? Please raise your Zoom hand. We will promote you. I know this attorney is also Frank as well, who may not be here yet, but. Okay, so I know I saw the applicant is here. We have promoted her. Pergati, were you expecting Frank to be here with you tonight? I see we did promote you, so you should be able to speak now. Pergati, I think, oh, you're muted now. You can unmute yourself. No. Okay, you are unmuted now, Pergati. Can you, are you able to speak?
I'm moving Frank as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we do have your attorney Frank here. We promoted him, but Pergati, we still can't hear you. I'm not sure.
Can you hear
Now
me?
we can hear you. Now we can hear you. Good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening. So I'm going to give a quick summary. This item was actually heard by this committee and approved back in June of 2025, approximately a year ago, for a full liquor license. At that time, I think we had told you that it was shortly around the time, may have been right before this item, or within a couple months before we heard your item in June, that the SLA had just determined that the church just up the street from you was legitimately a full service church. It wasn't on their map previously, so it had been missed, but there was an application across the street, and the SLA did determine that it is a legitimate, full operating church. So my understanding is we approved you for your full liquor license with the caveat that, you know, it was based on the SLA's finding that it was or was not a church. When you got to the SLA said, no, there's a church 2 doors down from you. We cannot or will not approve a full liquor license because you're within 200 feet of a church. So now you're back for a beer and wine license. Correct? That, I mean, I think that's pretty much summary, and I think Frank, that covers it, right?
Yeah, just for the record, I was on my phone and unable to sign in. I couldn't unmute to speak on that last case. I did hear you, Clint, mentioning my fees. I did appreciate that. Thank you. It's not as though I wasn't there, guys. That's chargeable. I don't care.
Was there anything, since you're here, was there anything you needed to add on that last application?
Nah.
Okay, good. So anyways, anything else really with this application other than what I just summarized? So you're not changing anything else from the application last year. You're really coming with the exact same application, just for beer and wine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna check, we did receive a couple emails from some nearby residents in opposition to this. I think we're gonna see if, I think they may be here, we'll see if you're here to speak to this item, please raise your Zoom hand. So I'm not sure, the emails that we received were in regards to the outdoor space, both the sidewalk cafe and your roadbed dining. Apparently, there have been large crowds there have been lines extending down the street, and the crowd is not managed on the sidewalk. So, and you did sign the stipulations, and it will be in the stipulations tonight that you are not to have lines, you will have staff monitoring to make sure the sidewalk is not crowded and loitering. So, we're basically just reminding you that you signed the stipulations last time, and I, assuming you're gonna sign the stipulations tonight, that you will not have wait lines and you will not have crowds blocking the sidewalk, whether it's at your sidewalk cafe or it's the outdoor dining shed.
Yeah. So about the sidewalk cafe, no, we are not doing right now because we are still waiting for the permit.
Clint, can I just say one thing, just so you know?
Yes.
I didn't represent Brigatti on her first application,
Okay.
but when we did sit down and discuss the entire new application, she was completely unaware of the stipulations. I don't know how that happened. Your meetings are open and transparent. But I did explain to her exactly what all of her steps were.
Okay.
She has agreed to abide by those steps.
Okay, so, and my understanding is, and I have seen, actually, I've seen on the weekend, but my understanding is also you have quite a lively happy hour crowd, which is when I think some of the complaints were more primarily around the happy hour time, because you have crowds there for happy hour, so you just need to make sure that the crowds there's no line, you're not allowed to have lines, and the crowds are not blocking the sidewalk. People need to walk by.
I don't know how happy they're gonna be with wine and beer, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we understand, Frank, this is not, that's out of our hands, as you know, so.
No, I'm just saying, it might be, you know, somewhat happy.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and. This is fun. We're gonna throw the stipulations up just really quickly, like I did with the last application, and just go through them so that you know. Again, this is an exact duplicate of the stipulations last time, we just changed it to beer and wine from full liquor. So I forgot to Pendy.
Yeah.
As a representative of PDS Streams located 162 Avenue A. It will be a beer and wine license, will operate a full service restaurant, an American restaurant, with a kitchen open and serving food or knowledge of operation. Hours of operation are Sunday to Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., Thursday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. It will close all outdoor dining under the open restaurants program by 10 p.m. You will close all front and rear facade doors and windows by 10 p.m. or when amplified sound is playing. You will not have DJs, live music, third-party promoted events. Any event to cover fees, charge scheduled performances, ambient background recorded music only. Not applied for an alteration without coming to CB3. Not participating in pub crawls or party buses. No unlimited drink specials, including meals and brunches. You will have a happy hour will end by 8 p.m. You will not have wait lines outside. You will have a staff person responsible for ensuring no loitering, noise, or crowds. We'll post the stipulations and residents may contact the owner at the number below. Forgot to handy at 917-678-2245.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So everything looks good. We're going to go ahead and move to a vote. Mega Joy.
Yes.
Peter Ballinger.
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer. Yes. Michael Lavario.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll be setting out the stipulations to Frank with all the details, and you know what to do.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Oh,
much. Thank you, everybody.
Actually, so did you want to speak to this item or?
No,
Oh.
but before the next item, I just want to announce the
Okay.
meeting and Michael will show
Yep.
the screen.
Yep, okay, so we're done with you, and then Susan's gonna make a small announcement before we move to the next items.
Okay, we're gonna share the screen with a flyer. The community board is hosting with the Hospitality Alliance. Wednesday at 2 o'clock, a virtual meeting on, the regulations and any questions and answers, outdoor dining. SLA will also be there. I don't know if we can leave this, minimized on the screen because it has a click on for registration. Is that possible?
We can leave it minimized.
On the screen so that people could click on. I'm asking people to click on,
Well, it's on, they can't click on it on Zoom.
Could we put it in the?
oh,
chat
that's
or
right.
something?
The
Or like-
chat doesn't go to everybody.
It doesn't go to everyone in the chat. Yeah, and it's a Zoom, so the button wouldn't be live on Zoom.
Oh, it wouldn't to be anyway. Trying to think
Is that
how we
on our
can,
website?
what?
Is that on our website? They can go there?
I actually don't have it on though, because it's not open to residents. This is just for businesses. I guess I'd ask people, if you can send an email to mn03@cb.nyc.gov. And I'll send the flyer to you. I think it'll be really helpful. If we don't have a lot of people, we'll actually cancel it, but I think it would be really helpful. I think particularly some of the city regulations as opposed to some of the state regulations get confusing. So we really want to give the service to people. And you can also, oh, there is no chat, and you can go in the question. The other thing you can do is go in question and answer, leave your email, and I'll send it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Susan. Okay, okay, we have one more item that is going to be, I think, should be really quick. Number 3 was the Smithereens, Tramps Like Us LLC at 412 414 9th Street. I think the applicant is here. Yeah, we're here. Do you have an attorney online or anything else? You're just here, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and read a quick summary of your application. And we will then move to discussion. Okay. Okay, so this is Tramp Like Us LLC doing business as Smith Greetings, holds an on-premises license at the location of 412 to 414 East 9th Street. They're seeking a method of operation change, which is basically an extension of their hours. This establishment of 74 people, 11 tables, 45 seats, including a stand-up bar, full kitchen, serving food during loss of operation. 29 on-premises license within 500 feet. This location has been used by this applicant for this restaurant with an on-premise license since 2024. The applicants have over a decade of dining experience in hospitality, including the past 2 years at the current location. There's been one noise complaint that was necessary since the last 2 years. 20 residents who live within 2 blocks of this location signed petition in favor. We also did receive an email from the 9th Street Block Association saying they are in support of this application because they have been good neighbors, and essentially all they're doing is extending their hours to their operating hours to Sunday and Monday, correct, both days, correct? That's correct. Currently, you're closed on Sundays and Mondays, but you're changing your hours to be open on Sundays and Mondays. You're keeping the same hours, which is opening by 5 p.m. and closing by 12 a.m. all days.
We are looking to open at noon on Sundays.
Okay.
For lunch.
Okay, but everything else, all your other stipulations staying exactly the same, you're not changing anything, so I just wanna point one thing out, our stipulations read opening no later than 5 p.m. So if you are, and I'm happy to change the hours to 12 p.m. on Sundays, just Sundays, or do you want Saturdays at 12 or just Sundays? So we can change those hours, but I also could say, if you want to keep your hours at 5, so if we say 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., that means you have to be open by 12 on Sundays, every Sunday. If we leave it at 5 and it's open no later, you can open earlier, and we actually encourage that, we like daytime business. But you just have to be open by 5.
So our plan at the moment is to open only for lunch on Sunday. So we would actually be closed by 5. Right now.
So, okay,
However, so our intention now is to just open for Sunday lunch, first seating at noon, last seating at 3:30. However, we took this opportunity to apply for all day Sunday and Monday as well. Just in case down the road we want to expand our hours, due to financial things, that we'd have that opportunity to do so without having to come back. So there's a possibility we may open for Sunday dinner at some point, but right now our only intention is to open for lunch.
so,
And that is just Sunday, all the other days, I think if we keep it at 5, as you said.
so Monday through Saturday, 5 to 12. Sunday, you want 12 to 5?
I mean, if we say 12 to 12 and we don't happen to be open in the evening, is that?
No, you can be open, yes, you can close, we don't necessarily care when you close, it's just open by. If that makes sense.
So then 12 to 12.
So leave it 12 to 12 on Sundays, 5 to 12 all other 6 days.
Exactly.
Okay. So that, that's fine, and everything else is staying the same, correct? You're keeping the same stipulation. So as we did before, we're gonna just put the stipulation up on the screen so you can see that, and then we'll make sure the hours are correct and make that adjustment if we need to. So it is I, Nicholas Tamboro, as a qualified representative of 12 Tramps Like Us LLC, located at 412 and 414 East 9th Street. Will operate a full service restaurant with a full liquor license. This is a method of operation change. We're changing your hours. We'll operate a seafood restaurant with kitchen open serving food during loss of operation. Hours of operation will be Monday through Saturday, 5 p.m. to 12 a.m., Sunday, 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. You will not use outdoor space for commercial use. It does say that this was probably the original stipulation, will install soundproofing, but I haven't heard there be any issue, so I don't think you need to install more soundproofing, it's just.
Right.
The original. You have a closed fixed facade. You will not have DJs, live music, third-party promoted events, any event to cover fee is charged, scheduled performances, no dancing. You will play on recorded background music only, will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. Not participate in pub calls for party buses, no unlimited drink specials, no happy hours, will not have a wait line, will have staff responsible for ensuring no loitering noise or crowds. We'll post the stipulation by liquor license. Residents may contact the owner manager at the number below. And it's Nicholas Tamboro at 781-985-2731.
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and move. Actually, I keep forgetting. I'm trying to move fast. So is there anyone here from the public that wanted to speak to this item? If you are, please raise your Zoom hand. I don't think there's anyone here in person. Okay, seeing none, we're gonna go ahead and move to a vote. Megan Joy,
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger.
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer, yes. Michael Lavario.
Yes.
Okay, so application was approved, we'll be sending it either to whoever was originally filed the paperwork, that's you or your attorney, or whoever will send it with the instructions on notarizing it and getting it back to us.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I think that is really all the ones that were going to be really, really simple. The other ones may have a little bit of discussion with them. So I do think we're going to move to one item that we did here last month. It was withdrawn and they're back again. I know there are some people here for this item. So item number 7, B scene, 50 Avenue B. No, the applicant is here. Attorney with you at all? No, okay. So I'm gonna give a quick summary. Hold on just one moment while I get the application up. Okay, sorry about that.
Fine.
Okay, so BC is seeking a sole liquor license to operate bar tavern and the premises located at 50 Avenue B between 3rd and 4th Street. Location was previously approved in September 21, and lounge. Then there it's changed hands, it then became House Watch. There are 21 full on-premises licenses within 500 feet. Prior to Joey Batts, this location has been licensed in several various places. Many of them have been problems for the neighborhood. There were 65 101 complaints within the past, since 2022, the past 3 years. The applicant does hold a full liquor license at 168 Avenue B. 16 residents from East 4th Street Lower Avenue Block Association originally wrote an opposition. I think they've now met with the applicant and they've resolved all their issues, so we're gonna let them speak in a moment. 39 residents who live within each block signed a petition in favor. But before we go into the stipulations, I think I'm gonna let the applicant speak for a moment and we can then hear from the residents and you can explain what's happened between last meeting and this meeting.
Okay. I guess I'm not gonna go over all the same stuff that I said last time, because you guys have heard that, but I did bring Morgan, who will be the manager.
Okay.
And I only live a block away, so I'll be there a lot, obviously, also. And can run over if need be, but I wanted you to understand the person who will be on premise most of the time. About his background and his qualifications, so I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Go ahead.
Hey, everybody, my name is Morgan Liebman. I'll have a quick statement to read if you guys don't mind.
Sure.
Good evening, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. My name is Morgan Liebman. I'm being considered as the manager of the proposed venue at 50 Avenue B. I also live here in the East Village, and I have for over 25 years. This is personal for me. I'm not just coming into the neighborhood, I'm a part of it, and I built my life here over a long time. I've worked in nightlife for over 35 years, primarily here in this village, in roles ranging from operations and event production to security. I'm a licensed security guard. I spent much of my career working in venues right here in this neighborhood. That experience has taught me not just how to run a room, but how to do it in a way that respects the people living around it. I understand the concerns that come with having a venue in a residential building. If I take on this role, my goal is simple: to run a space that feels controlled, considerate, and consistent. Something that can coexist with the building and not disrupt it. I also want to mention that I spent time in the space over the past few weeks getting familiar with it firsthand, walking the layout, understanding how sound moves through the building, and thinking about what needs to be done to properly protect the people living there. That process has already started for me, and it's something that I take seriously. It's also important to acknowledge that historically there has been little to no meaningful soundproofing in this space. A big part of our approach is changing that from the ground up. We are planning a range of sound mitigation measures from the outset. These include sound absorbing curtains, ceiling treatments, carpeting on the stage to reduce vibration. Amplifiers will be isolated and movable. Speakers will be repositioned and suspended to limit transmission through the structure. And entryways will be adjusted so sound doesn't travel up into the building. We will also be soundproofing doors that connect directly to the residential areas of the building, as well as adjusting how sound travels through shared structural spaces, including the central air shaft, to further limit sound transmission throughout the building. Live music will, and at times agreed upon in coordination with the tenants, with the goal of respecting shared expectations around curfews and consistency. Excuse me. Outside the venue, we will have active oversight to mitigate disruption as much as possible. Staff will be focused on keeping things moving and being mindful of the people who live nearby. At the same time, we recognize that this is the East Village. While we will take responsibility for what we can control, there are some limits to that. What we can offer is consistent presence and oversight on the block, which can help reduce unmanaged noise. We also want the space to feel connected to the community. The intention is to build something that reflects the neighborhood and creates opportunities for people within it, including those in the building, to feel included and not shut out. At the end of the day, this only works if it works for everyone. I'm committed to being accessible, accountable, and responsive. If concerns come up, there should be an ongoing conversation, not just tonight. I live here, I care about how this is done, and I am personally invested. I'm committed to making this something that both the operators and the residents can feel comfortable with. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. Abby, do you want to give us maybe a quick summary of like what's changed or what's changed or what you've decided between last weekend or last month and this month, or do you want to let the residents speak? I know you met with Mark, you came to an agreement.
I do feel like at the last meeting, we kind of we kind of reached a lot of the agreements that are now in writing that we both signed on to, like pretty serious stipulations that will be, I guess, also passed along to the SLA. letting everyone know just how serious I am about this, that it isn't, I mean, it will never be a 4 a.m. late night disco dance club. And, you know, and how serious we are about wanting to work with the tenants. So I feel more comfortable having them ask me questions because I could blabber on about how awesome I think it's gonna be for me to talk to.
Okay. Okay, good, then we'll move to the
There's
residents.
really nothing has really changed aside from the fact that we thought nightclub because we thought nightclub. It really isn't a nightclub unless you're, I don't know,
Six
or whatever.
Okay, then, thank you. I think we are gonna go ahead and move to members of the public to speak. I think we'll go ahead and start with Mark, because I think you worked with Mark to come up with an agreement.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and let Mark start, and then we can move to others. I see there's some hands raised on Zoom. I think there may be a few other people here in person.
Okay, my name is Mark Patsy. I live in the building above the firehouse. I happen to be the convener of the local block association. So, as Abby indicated, I think we got from last month's meeting, by the time of the conversation, that clearly we had a different sense of what the place was gonna be than we had anticipated when we walked in the door. And we also had a conversation walking home, and then our tenants and block association had a meeting about a week later and talked through our the responses and experiences from that meeting, and decided that we would probably be a good idea, as we have with other spaces both in this particular building and in the immediate neighborhood, develop a set of stipulations that would be in addition to the standard ones that the community board really has. So we talked about the ideas for that, drafted up the stipulations, ran it around by everybody, got feedback. Then shared that draft with Abby. I got a response back from her and finalized the agreement. So I think in general, what the agreement does is, as with previous operators of businesses in this particular space and other spaces nearby, will protect the people who live in the particular building as well as the immediate area. And also, somewhat uniquely, will provide a different kind of a space than we've experienced in it before. It won't be just somebody coming in to make a lot of money off of having a liquor license. It's gonna be, it seems to us that it's gonna be somebody who will have a liquor license and be able to offer that as part of the other programming, that will be part of like both more traditional commercial fare as well as some community oriented and community based things. So I think we're all comfortable with it. I know there are 3 of my colleagues here from my building, they want to say anything. And I have the signed stipulations here. Should I give them to you now?
You can give those to us now, or do you want to read the signed agreement, or I can read it? It's up to you, whichever.
Do you want to read it to the record?
We probably should, yeah, we probably should read it just so that it's, and I know
I
that-
do them to you.
that's fine, you can, and I can read it, and this is what was agreed upon, and then we can incorporate these into our stipulations as well.
There's one copy for the community board, and there should be one copy there. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so as Mark just explained, the end of the tenants of the building and the block association did meet and they've negotiated with Abby. They've come to this agreement, which I think they have both signed. So I will read what their agreement is, and then we can move on to some other members of the public, I think, if here they want to speak, or if people are on Zoom. So this is the stipulation between East 4th Street Lower Avenue BD Residents Association and BC Corporation and its principal, Abigail Aaron. In addition to the standard stipulations required by Community Board 3, the above parties agree to the following. There will be no wait lines in the sidewalk outside for events taking place in the basement, but rather patrons will be directed to wait inside of the street level storefront bar space. All events with entertainment level amplified sound will end by 11 p.m. on Sunday through Thursday, and by midnight on Friday and Saturday, and on special holiday nights. The street level bar space will close by 2 a.m. The basement stairway that leads up to East 4th Street will only be used as an emergency exit, will not serve as a public entrance or exit. Only the basement stairwell that leads up to Avenue B will be used as a public entrance and exit. The back stairway of the street level storefront that leads down to the basement will only be used when necessary for unusual crowd flow and control, not as the main ongoing route for patrons to come and go to the basement. The door at the top of the staircase that opens into the lobby of 240 East Fourth Street will only be used for immediate egress from the basement and building and in the event of an emergency and not for any other purposes by employees or patrons. Use of the basement space as a DJ dance club with entertainment amplified music, whether open to the public or for a private event, will take place no more than 50% of the days or nights on a given month. The rest of the days and nights will be used for other events that do not involve entertainment level amplified sound. Neither the street level storefront nor the basement will be rented out to any independent third-party promoters. All production of and promotion for events in either space will be undertaken by the proprietor and or employees or direct report contract. The proprietor will collaborate with neighborhood residents to develop and produce community-oriented cultural events in the basement space. The proprietor will work with the tenants association who live at 240 East Fourth Street, who also live above the 50th Avenue B location, to determine a standard maximum level of entertainment level and provide sound in the basement space for both live music performance and DJ, provided or recorded dance music. The appropriate location of the speakers should prevent sound rating up into tenants' apartments above. During open hours, the on-site lead manager will immediately address any complaints from those living above or nearby. The proprietor and on-site manager will provide mobile phone numbers to the tenants who live in the building. The proprietor will also work with nearby businesses to coordinate joint trash pickup so as not to minimize the loud noise from them during the middle of the night. Okay, so these are the stipulations signed by both the residents and the proprietor. Okay, so I think we're gonna go ahead and move. That's what the tenants agreed to. We're gonna move. I know there are some members from the public here. Actually, there are, I think, 3 other people here for this item. Did any of you want to speak in person to this item? Anything you wanted to add or change? You look hesitant.
I just have a question.
Sure, just if you just wanna,
Oh, sorry.
or speak to any of the microphones just so they can hear you on Zoom.
No, I just have a question about, you're talking about the speakers being suspended.
Right.
Because one of the problems was speakers were suspended, and they were suspended from ducts and everything else, and that was causing a lot of the vibration in the building.
Look, and the space under you, they were on metal wall brackets. Yeah, so that was not the,
So what do you, when you say suspended, what do you mean suspended?
they hang from.
Chains.
Chains.
Yeah,
Like a suspension?
Because it was the one before that was making the shaking.
Well, you're definitely not gonna be shaking, because the space by you is only gonna be.
Yeah, that's only part of mine. Like I go across.
So we're.
So basically, it's. You know, if you look at the buildings on the right side, it's staircase.
So right now, the speakers are mounted into the structural beams of the building
Right.
on metal sort
Right.
of racks, which is adding to the
Terrible.
amount of vibration.
Okay, I just wanna make sure they're not suspended from these, because if that's, a lot of sound. That's. There's those.
Bumping against some of the professionals and they're gonna.
Okay. Thanks.
And honestly, it's gotta be an ongoing thing, because if we do something that we think is right, and you're like, it's not right, then we'll change it.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
I mean, that, the one thing that I did talk about with Mark, that it should be an ongoing conversation.
Did you have anything to say or? Yeah, so you can give it back to Abby because probably. To her, move on then. Okay, so we do have some people here on Zoom, I see with their hand raised. We're gonna go ahead and promote you. If you could keep your comments to 2 minutes or less, that would be great. And also, yeah, well, I'm not gonna limit you, just please try to keep your comments brief as possible. Thank you. So first we have Laura Texter.
Hi, I'm Laura. I've been a resident of the East Village for the last 15 years, and I really enjoyed the event on Saturday. I actually hosted the drawing session. It was great. We had a bunch of artists come in. It really brought the community together. It was a great creative event. Also, I discussed with Abby, I also work in real estate, and I'm wanting to have an event there educating people. There's actually a lot of properties on the Lower East Side and East Village, whether you rent or own, that qualify for a $10,000 grant toward your down payment. So it kind of be first-time home buyers educational event, and actually a mortgage broker would be joining me on that. So I think that Abby has this great vision for Be Seen where it's bringing community together. It's not opening just another bar. There's a lot of educational and creative event ideas, and I totally support it. And I think it really would be great for the community. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Next, we're gonna move to another Laura Thomas this time.
Hi, I'm Laura Thomas, resident just around the corner of Avenue B, and here to speak on Abby's behalf. To be brief, because many people have said the same thing, Abby's existing venues have given rise to local, very local musicians, very local visual artists, very local poets and writers being able to contribute to the creative scene here. I wanted to mention a brief anecdote that during a rehearsal for a band I was helping with a bit of backup singing in one time several years ago, they had their amps a little loud, and Abby was on site and just very quickly moved to remind the musicians of her neighbors. I was an eyewitness to that. And it's just an incredibly present and mindful proprietor of her spaces. And I can't say enough about the generosity with which she supports the local community, local arts scene as being a real connector. And I'm very much in favor of this. Thanks for the chance to speak.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Next, we have Chi-Chi.
Okay, I'm unmuting. Okay.
We can hear you, go ahead.
I'm a 45-year resident of the East Village, and for 30 of it or more, I've collaborated on events, theatricals, club shows, and other kind of artistic forms of nightlife with Abby. Obviously, she's a tremendous communitarian, and I just wanted to point out as a producer that these small spaces for performances that maybe will have 10 or 20 people watching are the way that things that go on to define East Village culture are born, and they're more under threat than any time for reasons that we all know. And so I really appreciate the chance to possibly have another one added. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Next, we have A. Shapiro.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah.
I spoke last month. I just want to introduce myself again. My name is Amy Shapiro. I've lived in the neighborhood for, yikes, over 40 years. And I have been going to Abby's events for many years, and I regularly go to her current venues. I won't go back into saying, how wonderful it is to have the support for the creative life or how respectful and responsible Abby is, because we keep saying this over and over again. But I do want to say that I went to the event on Saturday and it happened. The vibe was there. There was a great feeling. I met someone new who I just was sitting there and broke into conversation. I saw people I hadn't seen in a while and connected, and that connectedness is so important. People feel so isolated because of the time we spend in front of screens that the idea of face-to-face social interaction is really, really, really important. And I want to champion that and the community that this brings together and nourishes. So please, it's a matter of keeping our culture alive. Please let Abby move forward with this project. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Amy. Next, we have Tara.
Hi, my name's Tara Fireball. Teresa Westerdahl is my real name. I serve on Community Board 9 in Brooklyn, but I have lived in East Village in the past for quite a long time, and have been going to Abby's events for many years, probably 30 years at least. And I just want to throw in my 2 cents and let you know that I think Abby is an ideal candidate for this application, for this SLA application. I've seen a lot of SLA applications, and her willingness to work with the community to change things up if people are bothered, and provide this cultural institution that is desperately needed in the East Village. I'm sure many of us will be playing, performing there. We have a great need for this in the East Village, to bring people in a responsible way for the arts. So thank you for letting me speak, and good luck, everyone. I'll see you there for sure.
Okay. Sorry, I think we cut you off. Sorry, I think you were finished though, but.
I just said I'm done. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Sorry we cut you off too fast, but thank you, Tara. Okay. That looks like everyone that was here on Zoom, everyone here in person. So.
There's one more hand.
No, that was Tara who just spoke. Okay. So, after Mark has spoke and went through, is there anything you wanted to add? I read through the agreement you agreed to, and you heard everyone that spoke, which basically praising you. So, anything else you want to add before we move to committee discussion and working through what the resolution is going to look like?
Well, I could grovel a little bit more, but I need to know whether you're gonna say yes.
No need to grow.
It's doing your job.
Okay. Okay, so. Committee members, before we start kind of moving, we can start drafting the resolution and stipulations. Does anyone have any questions or comments before we start that? And start it off.
If the block association is okay with it, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think this is like a model arrangement between a potentially problematic building situation. I was very concerned last month, just hearing about from the residents and the locals, but I'm very happy with what has transpired over the last 4 weeks, having your managers come and speak, having an agreement. I'm very delighted and heartened and encouraged.
My lawyer's ready to hire me.
Okay. So I think we're gonna go ahead and put the stipulations up on the screen. And then the resolution is just gonna summarize what happened last month. Met with residents, we discussed that, we move forward. So now we're gonna put the stipulation up on the screen. We're gonna read through these, because this is what goes to the SLA and what really is the teeth of the matter. So
Are some of those the ones that Susan and I went back and forth about with Mark? Are they separate from the stipulations that are on?
So we'll have a separate, our stipulations are gonna be a separate document. They're gonna be, we'll attach this, the one with the block association, but we will have a separate set of stipulations.
That it may be. I think, I'm glad you brought that up. It may be worth noting just for the committee members and everyone. So City of Yes did change all the zoning regulations.
Yes, that is one thing that happened between now.
So, and we confirmed that with Department of Buildings. So all those previous regulations that were more restrictive on Avenue B, like scheduled performances and all that's thrown out the window. So, there is no protection for residents. That's nothing to do with this business, but just in general, that's all gone.
Yes, if you remember from last month, that was one of the issues was in the previous zoning, it didn't allow scheduled performances or ticket events and those kind of things. We thought, and we wanted to confirm it, that the City of Yes did change all that, and Susan received confirmation and Abby got confirmation as well, that is no longer the case. So that allows some of the things that she wants to do as well. So
yeah, that was actually from two different agencies.
Yes.
Both city planning and Department of Buildings both said the same thing.
Okay, thank you for that, Susan. Okay, so I think we're just gonna start kind of going through the stipulations. And as I said, we'll attach this, but I think we are gonna probably modify our stipulations a little bit, just so that we kind of incorporate the stipulations you work through with them into our stipulations as well, so. Okay, so starting with is Abigail Airman, Amy. Amy. I don't know why I keep wanting to put an R in your name. Eamon, as a qualified representative of B Scene Corporation located at 50th Avenue B, we have full liquor license, will operate a previously had a nightclub. What are you actually calling it? I mean, I know license will be a bar. License will be a bar tavern.
Yeah.
For licensing.
But for licensing purposes, yeah, so.
Entertainment.
With kitchen and open serving food during us off. Now, the one thing is, I know you were gonna have closed food at 10, but the SLA actually does require you have some sort of food available with your license at all hours.
All the time.
Yes, so we're gonna change that just because that's not really us, it's just the state. So you were previously saving food until 10, but we're gonna say food will be available during, now it doesn't have to be your full menu all hours either, but you have to have some sort of food service at all hours sure.
Someone wants something to eat.
Yes, they have to. So take this out in time. Yeah, so you can take that out, so it'll be, yeah, so. And now, I know there in the past there was a full service kitchen there. Do you have a full kitchen now, or is it's just a prep area?
I would not call it a full kitchen, and I'm not even sure there's a giant piece of equipment in there, and I don't even know what it does.
So it's less than a full service kitchen, but food served during all hours of operation.
There's like
What is that?
there's a stove and then there's like a salad station, but it's not a full service.
It's not okay, so we're gonna say less than a full service kitchen with food served during all hours of operation. Your hours of operation will be 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. all days. You will not use outdoor space for commercial use. Check.
No, midnight, only till midnight, Sunday through Thursday.
So that's the entertainment level.
Oh, no, that for your outdoor space, you're not planning on using any outdoor space, you're not gonna have.
Right before that, the hours of just being open,
Oh, the hours, yeah, the hours are open until 2 a.m. every night.
midnight.
Did you lower?
Are you talking about outdoor space or?
No, so first the hour, she was talking about when I read the hours, I said 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. all days. Were you,
We've lowered that,
okay, so,
man, we've agreed to midnight.
okay, so it's midnight.
Entertainment.
But that was only for live entertainment, if you want to stay. open-
Okay,
This is operational hour.
Yes, I was reading your operation now, so are you closing earlier? Some nights, or what was?
I had agreed to close at midnight, but if we can be open till 2.
I mean,
That
that,
appointment only references.
Yeah,
I will tell you right now that I have 4 a.m. liquor license at Lucky, and the only nights we are open till 4 are Friday and Saturday. We close at midnight or 1, almost all of them.
okay, so,
Having those licensed till 2 would be lovely, it'll predict.
I mean, the residents aren't objecting to that.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like that wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. all nights. But I know the business there, you're probably not gonna have business until 2 a.m. during the week, so
Right.
there's a good chance it probably won't be open, I'm guessing. But your legal hours will be till 2 a.m.
Thank you.
Okay. You will not use outdoor space for commercial use. You're not having outdoor dining. Are you having?
No.
A sidewalk cafe there?
No, I think someday maybe 3 tables out.
So then what,
Right.
we're gonna, so as you heard for the first item, if you say no, you have to come back to us.
You're gonna have to come back anyway.
Well-
Say goodbye.
But that's administratively approved. If we say no, you have to actually come back to a meeting to have that changed.
Okay.
So if you wanna have it in the future, we don't have any problem with just saying any outdoor space will close by 10.
Yes, then let's say yes, and it would.
Okay, that's just preventing it, it makes it easier on everyone if you decide it in the future.
Yeah, it's similar with those crazy windows that we have that will up definitely.
The French, yeah. Okay, so then that's the next item is you will close any French rear facade doors and windows at 10 p.m. or anytime any amplified sound is playing, including but not limited to DJs, live music, live non-music performances, etc.
Right.
Okay, so then now we're gonna move on. The next one is, this one is where we'll have to put a little explanation in there, so. You will have DJs, you will have live music, you won't have third-party promoted events. you will have events in which a cover fee is charged. So I'm trying to think how we want to incorporate, normally we say. Our normal phrasing is not more than blank DJs. Per month or per year or whatever. I know in your wording with the block association, you worded it as. DJs with entertainment amplified music, whether open to the public or a private event, will take place no more than 50% of the days and nights in a given month. So I guess in our wording, that would be no more than 15 times per month. If that's 50% of the days, we'd say no. Your arrangement with them was no more than 50% of the month. Our wording is just a little different, so we'll say 15, no more than 15 times per month.
Okay.
Is that okay? And so yeah, 15 DJs per month.
They all get the same
battles. Well, and I think the understanding we have is that performance space, be it live musicians or DJs, that's the 15.
Yeah,
So maybe actually we need to put this, instead of just putting the 15 DJs, maybe we'll put this down below and we'll say DJs and live music. Actually, what it would be, I think maybe this is capturing it better, and let me know if this is correct. Entertainment level sound events.
The crazy noisy.
Will be no more than 15 times per month, whether that's DJs, live music.
Well, I mean,
monster
even
truck
the
matches,
live music, we were talking about like the people from the garden on 6th and B, like, those people would be fine.
So.
They're live music, but they're not like.
Actually, the neighbors complain, I'm in that garden. We have to shut it off at 10. Because the neighbors surrounding that garden.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of specifying DJs or live music, whatever, we're saying entertainment level. Events with entertainment level sound.
Right.
Will be no more than 15 times per month.
Yes.
Okay.
No more than 15 events with entertainment on sound.
Per month, yeah. Now another thing. We also usually specify the number of private events per, whether it's month or year.
Really.
Do you ever see yourself having, and what we consider a private event is an entire buyout of the whole place?
No.
So you don't ever foresee that you would have.
That would just never happen.
That would never happen, okay, so we.
Three separate
I mean,
spaces.
when you mean buy, I would mean like if you wanted to host a birthday party, that's not, you know.
No, so as long as. It would be, if someone's having a birthday party, you're closing it down.
To the
To the public and everything, so it'd only be.
No, I hate doing
Okay, so then we don't need to specify that, if you don't ever plan on having the full closures and buyouts, then we won't specify
that.
that.
It would be like one of the rooms.
But that's not a full space, so
Right.
if you just wanna have the room for a birthday party,
No,
that's not what we consider a full
I
buyout.
would definitely never rent the whole place to some stranger. and
Okay.
give them
Okay, so
keys.
then we'll move on from that, so, okay, let's just make sure we have this. In terms of the events, so we are saying DJs, we are saying live music. At entertainment level, well, so down below is where we're gonna specify the hours, entertainment sound. No more than, or ending at. Was it 11 PM during the week and midnight on the weekends?
Right.
Should we put that in that line, or should we put it down below? In the, yeah. Yes, so we'll do that down at the bottom. So we're not checking ambient background for music only because you're having other music. Not apply for an alteration before coming to CB3. Will not participate in pub crawls or party buses. Will not have unlimited drink specials. You will have a happy hour that will end by 8 PM. You will not have wait lines. You will have a staff person responsible for ensuring no loitering, noise, or crowds. You will post the stipulations, and residents may contact the owner and manager at the number below. Now, if you're gonna, previously we had you listed, Abby, with your number. Do you want, you're the manager, you're gonna be the one responding to complaints, you're gonna be there most of the time, so do you want your name and number as the manager and the complaints?
Yeah, we'll both have our numbers available, but yes.
So, and we can put both, we can put a slash, and then, what's your name? It was.
Morgan. Last name is Liebman, Liebman.
Okay, and then just the same thing, slash, what's your phone number?
917-318-7844.
Okay.
I'm not an early bird, so. Not you, they call me before 10:30.
Well, my guess is if you're not opening coffee, probably they're not gonna call you before 10:30. Thank you very much.
Operational hours.
Okay, so now this last item is like our blank space where we add anything specific, so that's where we're gonna put. Entertainment level, events with entertainment level sound will end by 11 PM Sunday through Thursday. Midnight Friday, Saturday, and special holidays.
That makes sense.
Yeah, put it in 18, yeah.
Events with like.
Yeah.
To make sure.
Will end by 11. Sunday through Thursday. 12. Friday, Saturday. Special holiday. Okay, Susan, do you think, like, some of these things, a couple of the things we're not gonna include because it's not our purview with the SLA, but the entrances and exits they're gonna use, we should specify that, correct? That is something we can specify to the SLA, correct?
Yeah, I would put that in,
Okay.
and to just expand on that. What's in our stipulations are the legal requirements that are attached to the license. And then the other agreement is a private agreement that encompasses more.
Okay, so most of these things are, but like the coordinating the trash pickup, that's not something we can sort of require, the state can require, but it is something you can agree with them and work on, but. And
Also, the law has changed, so they now have zones, they don't have different people picking up on your block.
so,
And we have an expert here on that.
I can help you with your commercial, me some. Lagging information. I'll work something. I'm glad it's finally happening.
okay,
It
so,
was that way before, but then they broke it up because it was all mafia control, so we're just going in cycles.
okay, so the other things,
I
the
don't
other
think
things
the
we're gonna
agency, I can
incorporate.
say that.
So we already incorporate no wait lines in the sidewalk. We addressed the entertainment level events ending by 11:12. Okay, so the next stipulation in. I think I'm gonna have to modify before I send this out, so. Don't. There's nowhere for you to type, I will add a second page into this, but some of these things. We're not gonna be able to put these up on the screen, because right now our form is only one page, but I'm gonna have to modify that for this for you to sign later, so. I'm gonna read off what we're gonna say, and then when you get this, it'll be typed out in a nice pretty form. So so we're gonna add another stipulations in terms of egress, meaning that the basement stairway leading to East 4th Street will be used only as an emergency exit, not a public entrance or exit. Only the basement stairs leading to Avenue B will be used as a public entrance and exit, so that,
We did sort of discuss that before.
well, it's in the stipulation you signed.
Yeah, I know, yeah, but to be a little fluid about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just.
There may be events where during the day or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's difficult, this is gonna be on the license.
Yeah.
As a condition of the license.
Can it be just a condition between us and not on the license?
Then it doesn't have legal weight.
I mean, that's fine, if you want to agree with that with them, that's fine, we don't have to put that in the stipulation.
Yeah, okay.
It's not legally enforceable then.
I understand.
Okay, so we're not gonna put anything about which stairs will be used during events, et cetera, is that?
I think we can leave that one. We discussed it and
Okay,
if it's the drink and draw on a Thursday and it's 25, 60-year-old women who wanna draw and not drink anyway. And having them come in through the rock band, it would be great to just be able to bring them in quietly and have them leave quietly and not have to have them
Walk
through the band.
Live entertainment.
Yeah.
On occasion.
Absolutely no drunk people ever leaving from that, whatever. And if it's any kind of late event, everyone would be going up through the bar anyway. It would only be really for these very quiet events, we promise.
We're also planning to soundproof the staircase internal.
All
of
the
building.
staircase.
Okay, so I think we decided we're gonna leave that. We're not gonna put it in our stipulation, okay,
But we're good, and they are, I'm
okay.
ready to.
Okay, we addressed entertainment level event, no more than 50% of the time. Need a street level storefront or basement rented out to any event third party promoters. We have in our stipulation, no third party promoted events, so I think that covers that one. Collaborate with neighborhood residents to develop this community oriented cultural events, that's between you guys, that's not us. Work with the tenants association. To develop the standard maximum level, but oh, I know what we did check off. We need to go back to the stipulations and go up to soundproofing.
Yeah, okay.
So where it's I will install soundproofing. So our standard language is I will install soundproofing to ensure sound is not audible in nearby apartments.
I'm guessing if everyone has done that, they all lie. We have a thing right here showing we're planning on doing, so yes, we are going to do that.
Okay. So that we're changing, so that'll address sound. Okay, the on-site manager during opening hours will meet if there's some complaints, that's fine, we have that in there. Provide phone numbers, we already have those in there. And then the trash pickups, that again, something we can't mandate, but you're really working.
Yeah, I'll work with them.
Okay. So it seems like, I think we've now incorporated everything from our stipulations in that we can. I think this seems to be pretty well covered. I think committee members, any other questions or anything that we missed? The one thing, maybe I should just not mention this, but I know in the past, I don't know if they discussed this with you, but at one point, one of the businesses, it wasn't just sound from events, there was HVA equipment. I think it was shaking your apartment or someone's apartment from HVA equipment going through the.
That was when the full service restaurant was there and their exhaust pipe, but she's not playing.
She's not doing, okay, so we don't need to address that.
I don't think that one even has it, might have been in the basement.
Okay. There was an issue with, I think it was the equipment on the roof.
Side, there's equipment on the roof, but there's also on the 4th Street between two buildings, there's a huge fan that makes a lot of noise. And then there's one in the air rail.
I think that's the pizza place.
Or the bodega.
They've never got it, I don't think they've ever gotten a complaint.
It's not bodega, but bodega's nowhere near that.
And we don't have any, we have like those kind of
You can go
fans.
find out where that is in Wood.
Okay, well, I guess if it's not an issue.
We don't, the only HVAC stuff we have is those wall mounted, those.
Split units.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's, I think we're just gonna let that go. We don't need to mention that. So. I think we've covered everything. Committee members who seem all in agreement on this. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move to a vote on this item. It's the stipulations as we read, and they'll be modified based on the few things that we're adding in. Okay, we're gonna move to a vote. Megan Joy?
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger?
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer, yes. Michael Lavario?
Yes.
Okay, so before the residents here leave, we have another item, which is right down the street, 50 Avenue B. I don't know, I just wanted to let you know, we're gonna take that next, since you're here, and I think anyone online for this item. We're taking 50 Avenue B next, so if you wanna hang around for a few minutes. I'm sorry, it's 40 Avenue B is what we're taking next. 50 is this item that we just voted on.
I couldn't. I'm gonna make one more announcement about that meeting I was talking about. I could not change the settings in the chat, but it's in the chat when you get promoted to panelists to speak. You'll be able to see it and copy it if you want.
Okay, so thank you, Abby. Good luck.
Thank you.
We're gonna go drink.
That's okay. Thank you.
I made some.
My son's house,
This is like showing some of the soundproofing you're gonna be doing, like that.
Okay,
Okay,
So-
we not.
okay, so as I said, the next item is gonna be 40 Avenue B. Are the applicants here for 40 Avenue B?
Yeah.
Please raise your Zoom hand, or are you anyone here in person for 40 Avenue B?
Brian Solomon.
Okay,
Yeah, he's here. All right.
Sanitation question. Okay, so Brian Solomon, I think we're promoting you. Are you the applicant? Oh, actually, that one, Becca, that's the guy. I remember the name.
Brian's the
What?
Brian's also there.
Brian?
Both we don't, this home.
Becca just become. Okay. So we have Becca and we have Brian Solomon.
Yep. I'm here.
Do you have an attorney or is anyone else with you or?
That's me.
Oh, you are the attorney,
That's what
Brian,
I
okay.
kept trying to say, Brian's.
Brian's the attorney, gotcha. Okay.
Good
And
evening.
then. And then Becca, you're the applicant?
Good evening. Yeah, it's me.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and read a summary of your application and then I'm gonna give you a chance to add or change anything.
Sure.
Okay, this is Becca Galashvili, did I completely mispronounce?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, doing business as Art Laboratory is seeking a full premises license and its premises located at 40 Avenue B between 2nd and 3rd Street. It's an application for an establishment of 80 people, 25 tables and 65 seats. 13-foot bar with, how many seats are at the bar? You didn't, it wasn't in your application, but
13, I think.
like 13 seats, okay.
Yeah.
13-foot bar with 13 seats, full kitchen serving food until 10 PM every night, no TVs, live music and DJs. There are 18 full on premises licenses within 500 feet. This technically at the moment is a currently unlicensed location. From 2023 to 2024, it was Doris Restaurant operating with a beer and wine license. However, they did violate several stipulations, including having DJs, keeping windows open past 10 PM, and allegedly serving full alcohol without a license. Prior to that, our El Carnival operated in 2021 without a liquor license, but were also allegedly serving alcohol illegally. Prior to that, it was a restaurant named Fonda for many years. This current applicant does not have any license experience. 6 residents who live within 2 blocks of the location signed a petition in favor. At one time, this block was one of the worst blocks in CB3. This is right down the street from the applicant we just heard. It's taken many, many years and many, many hours of the residents' time to get this block under control, so we are very cautious about approving things in this block. They are proposing hours of 12 PM to 2 AM all days. I think they did check off that you were proposing, you checked off you will not use outdoor space, but then I think it's something I saw in your application, you were proposing outdoor space, so do you propose to ever apply for a sidewalk cafe? You can't have roadbed dining there, I think because of. It's not a bus lane, but I don't think you can have. It's a very narrow street, so and there's no parking in front, so I don't think you could ever have a roadbed cafe. Are you proposing to apply at some point for a sidewalk cafe permit?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna change that to any commercial use of outdoor space will close by 10 PM. That
Okay.
doesn't.
Yeah, that's fine.
That just makes it so that if you do apply in the future, that's already covered.
Okay.
You are proposing to employ a doorman and security. You will close any front or facade doors or windows at 10 PM or anytime amplified sound is playing. You will play ambient background for music, but you also will have live music and DJs. The DJs was listed at background level, it wasn't a description of the live music. You will not have third-party promoted events, scheduled performances, or any event which cover fee is charged. You will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. You will not host public party buses. You will not have unlimited drink specials, including boozy brunches. You will not have happy hours. You will ensure no wait lines to designated employee for no loitering, noise, or crowds. You will post the stipulations, and you will provide a number for residents to call. I will also say, we did receive an email from the East Village Community Coalition in opposition to this, based on the fact that the applicant is asking for a full liquor license. This is currently only a beer and wine. Prior to that, it was unlicensed. The state would probably consider unlicensing with only beer and wine, so this would be an upgrade that would be increasing the impact on the surrounding neighborhood is one thing they would consider. And I think that's gonna that's gonna be my summary for now. I'm gonna hand it over to you and let you explain a little bit about what you're proposing for this location.
Go ahead.
Sure. May I?
Yes,
Or it
yes.
has to be Becca. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. My name is Mary Bukrashri, and this is my husband, Becca. And we are introducing Art Laboratory and Wine Bar, which is a culturally driven concept that brings together Georgian cuisine, wine, and contemporary art. Our goal is to create calm, intimate, and culturally enriching space, offering a unique experience that goes beyond a traditional bar setting. Our key focus is to introduce Georgian cuisine in New York, which is, Georgian food is known for its distinctive flavors, traditional techniques, and deep cultural identity. Our menu will feature carefully selected dishes inspired by authentic recipes, allowing guests to experience a rich and unique culinary tradition. Also, equally important is that Georgian is a wine country, which is one of the oldest in the world, with over 8,000 years of winemaking history. And in addition to food and wine, our space is designed to serve as a platform for artists' expression, with a special focus on supporting and promoting Georgian artists in New York. We plan to host a small-scale exhibitions featuring Georgian and local artists, provide visibility and opportunity for new artists, create a space where art and culture can be shared with the broader community, and we want to contribute positively to the neighborhood by offering a thoughtful, culturally rich, and welcoming environment. And we're committed to being responsible operators and respectful neighbors, maintaining a space that aligns with the character and the needs of the community.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course.
Yeah, sorry, that was down a glass of water. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move. I know there are some people here from the public to speak. I think there's someone online. I think there was someone that was supposed to be coming from. Okay, Michelle, go ahead and promote Michelle. Michelle. Yeah. I think Michelle.
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hi, everybody. So guys, I think it's a great concept and I love it. But I live in this neighborhood. I've lived in this neighborhood for a long, long time, and we've already acquiesced to, I think it's Abby who owns Lucky up the street, for her to open her venue literally on the same block. And she's been great, I think, with the tenants in the building. And you say that you want this to be this amazing, Georgian experience, which I like, but 2:00 in the morning every day of the week, from what I'm hearing, is that you're asking for. It's just, I mean, there's no way. I mean, it's a neighborhood with kids, with people who work, 9 to 5, 8 to 6. And we already have Virginia's, we have the book club, we have, Virginia's is opening a spot across the street. We have the bar that's the sports bar that's right, next to Ben's. Like, there's so many bars with full liquor licenses that stay open late. And I think 2 p.m. is, I mean, I don't know anyone who's going to want to go and drink wine. Well, actually, there probably are people who want to drink wine at 2 a.m. But I just think we already have so many places. So for me and people who live on 3rd Street, I think we're a little weary of a place that's going to roll in and just be like, we want to stay open until 2 a.m. and all these things. It just, the neighborhood has been a nightmare for quite a while, and we've finally gotten it to where we want it to be. And so for me, and I know most of the people that live in my building and on my street, we wouldn't be happy with another place with a full liquor license till 2 a.m. And that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, thank you very much, Michelle. Okay, is there anyone else online? And I think there's at least one person signed to speak for this item.
Like to speak as well.
So I guess go ahead.
All right,
You're the first.
All right.
All right, hello, my name is Amy Sachs. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. I live on East Third Street. I am on the board of my building. I am not speaking on behalf of the board, I'm speaking on behalf of myself. And although I know that place has been vacant for a long time, and we do want businesses to come in and strive, and we don't want to see empty storefronts. Unfortunately, I think just another full liquor license on that block, especially till 2 a.m. rings a little bell to me with live music. I'd love to ask a question of like, aside from your DJs, what does live music entail? Because I'm unclear in that space. The other question I have before I turn it over for the answer is when you talk about traditional, and I could be wrong, but when you talk about the traditional Georgia like experience, I know that vodka is a big part of it. I've been to some restaurants in San Diego where they give you a bottle of vodka and you pretty much drink what you want and you pay by what you want. So I just want to also clarify that. Maybe I'm wrong in the cultures, but just hearing you say that resonates another little alarm in my head. Just to also piggyback off Michelle, we have come a long way in this neighborhood. And we definitely want to not have the vacant buildings, but I think that, and especially I also heard that you want to end food at 10 p.m., which I know is like actually what I heard from the last one, that's not even an issue because you have to serve food. So I guess I'm really concerned with the every day 2 a.m. and I'd like more clarification on the live music and yeah, what that entails.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else here in person wanted to speak to this item? Mark? Yeah.
Thank you, Mark Haney, convener with the local block association, partnering with Michelle, who handles the next block down. I think I hear your concern about 2 a.m. The way I read the application, however, is that, I think any and all music was supposed to be ambient background music. So maybe that's a question that the applicant can clarify.
Yeah.
And I guess the other question would be, since this is the applicant's first operation of this sort for a bar or restaurant, is there a way to sort of maybe step into a full license rather than starting out with a full license? So.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Oh, the other thing I should just report is that I found out about this last night, so circulated quickly to our email list that this was coming on the agenda, and if anyone had any concerns to get back to me, and before I left to come here, no one had gotten it. Okay. Except for Michelle.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Okay, okay, so we're gonna hand it back to you, Becca, and you wanna go ahead and respond to any of the comments or anything you heard, and then we'll move on to a further discussion with the committee, but we'll give you a chance to respond.
Yeah, sure. So I understand the concern that you are having. When we said live music and DJ, I just want to clarify that it's not going to be like a party. It's going to be more like a background music, and mostly it's going to be for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's not going to be an everyday thing. As for the hours of operation, if it's a concern for the community, you know, we can definitely change the hours and leave 12 to 2 for the weekend and pick different times from Monday to Thursday, if that's okay with the community. If there's any other questions that you would like me to clarify, I will be glad to do so.
Okay, can you?
I'm just curious about the cultural.
Do they plan to,
Exactly.
do you plan to serve, we plan to have bottle service at the tables where like you bring a bottle of alcohol and leave it on the table?
I'm so sorry. Could you please repeat your question? I could hardly hear you.
She was asking if you plan to have the bottle service where you bring the bottle of alcohol and leave it on the table for the guests.
Yes, we could offer that, and for the Georgian tradition, I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, go ahead and finish your comment.
Yeah, so for the Georgian tradition, that was mentioned, Georgia is a winemaking country, so our main purpose is wine. I've been to Georgian restaurants and I know, what is, offered, but our main focus is introducing Georgian cuisine and, wine, because we are the winemaking country. So I just wanted to clarify
Okay,
that.
thank you for clarifying that. I would just like to go back one more minute too. I know you said like for DJs, it would be Friday, Saturday.
And Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it would be at background level.
Yes, that's correct.
But are you talking, would this be something you would be bringing in an outside DJ and they'd be setting up? And setting up a table or a booth and having a DJ experience? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm not really, I don't really understand your question, but it's just to give off like, positive.
So, saying DJ, are you going to have a DJ, an outside DJ coming in, not you or your employees? It's gonna be someone coming in and they're gonna set up a whole system.
No.
Spin music while they're playing. Is that what you're referring to as a DJ or?
No, we're gonna have somebody hired that will be there every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Nobody will set up anything. It's already going to be there.
You're
If
gonna have
that's
a
what you're
DJ booth set up. So you're gonna have a DJ booth set up and you're gonna have someone hired for every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that will spin the music.
Yes.
Okay. And that's gonna be at background level, so that people can sit there and have a conversation while they're.
Yes, that's the vibe that we're going for, to go somewhere nice, talk, and just have a good time. We're not, our focus is not to have a party place.
Okay. So can you explain a little bit more about what you're referring to with the live music?
It's going to be like house music, just the classic music, like different musics, like maybe sometimes, I don't know, rock, pop.
Okay, so it's gonna be a rock band or a pop band or.
Classic music more, maybe the lounge music, We're gonna mix it, like it's not going to be like the one style of music.
Thinking about DJs.
Well, yeah, so are you talking about DJ? I was talking about, you did check off live music as well, which means you would bring in a musician and bands to play rock music, pop music, all that kind of stuff?
No, the live music, if somebody gonna play, it's gonna be like piano, one guy, not band.
So, okay, so it's just gonna be acoustic piano music?
Yeah.
You're not gonna have any kind of amplified guitars or anything else?
No band.
No band.
There is not gonna be a band.
No band, so
No.
live music would consist of one musician,
Yeah.
acoustic, non-amplified.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And would that be just on the weekend? Would that be all the time? When are you proposing that?
No, not all the time. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think. I don't know about Sunday, like the Friday, Saturday, I think.
Okay.
Sunday's like 50-50.
Okay, the one thing, and I don't think, you didn't list any in your questionnaire, do you have any experience running any kind of restaurant or business like this at all?
No, I'm in different business right now. This is first.
We're both in different careers. But there will be a manager, yes.
Okay.
With experience, yeah.
Okay. Okay, committee members, does anyone else have any questions or comments about this? Oh, one more thing too, I want to clarify. Are you proposing a full menu, like a sit-down restaurant menu, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not just gonna be, appetizer.
No, it's not to meet the minimum requirements.
Wait, so you said it is only gonna meet the minimum requirements?
No, no,
or
it's
gonna-
not. No, it's not to meet the minimum requirements. It's a full, there's a full kitchen there already.
Yes.
So
Okay.
it'll be a full,
So it is a full service restaurant, let's just clarify that. Now, the other thing you did put on your hours, and this was also concerning to me for a couple reasons. One, I think, as you heard what we said earlier, is that you can't stop serving food at 10. At the moment, you're proposing your hours till 2 AM. The state requires you to have some sort of food service with alcohol all hours, so you can't stop serving food at 10.
no, and they understand that now, and they realize that the style of food lends itself to being served, later. It's easy, I mean, once it's prepared, it's easy to serve until the alcohol is shut
Yeah.
off.
Okay, so. This is my concern when I'm reading your application. It seems like you're putting a lot out there, and you've clarified some of the things like the music and that kind of stuff. And then the other thing that I was concerned, you want to have security. A restaurant generally doesn't need security. None of the spaces on that block or in the area actually have security. When you have security, that generally tends to be a different type of establishment. It's something that leads more toward a nightclub or a different type of establishment than just a restaurant, a calm, quiet restaurant. And then in your application, you wanted to stop serving food at 10. I know you're not going to do that now, you will continue it, but to me, that means your intent was to become a bar. You were going to serve food that for the last 4 hours you're planning on being open, you were going to be a bar. And that's in this space, as you've heard, this block used to be one of the worst blocks in East Village, and it took many, many years to get it under control. And we actually just denied another application for this exact location in December. We denied a location for a very similar application. They didn't have any experience in this business. They were proposing music, they weren't real sure on what they were doing, so in some ways it was similar to this application, which makes me a little bit nervous about this application.
Well, no, I can confirm that again. It's not going to be a bar. I sat down with them when I went to get them to do the application for them. It's not. Again, as Mr. Gelishvili's wife was trying to explain regarding the art that they're going to be showing, and again, one thing we were speaking about earlier today in preparation for this meeting is that they're going to be rotating the art that's going to be displayed by local artists and Georgian artists. So again, it's going to be, it's not a bar where 21-year-olds are going to be going and wanting to go. The security, as far as that goes, again, the employees will be trained and will be acting as de facto security. They're not going to, like you said, it's a restaurant. You don't need someone there, guarding the door, but again, the employees will be trained to act as security, making sure no one underage is drinking, not that they anticipate that at all. So I think your concerns will be addressed. And
May
will
I
not be an
add
issue.
also?
I did see that prior to this, there was another application that was either denied or withdrawn. I couldn't tell from your website, but I did see that someone else did apply somewhat recently. They have no connection to that person. This is totally new business venture. The Georgian population here in New York is now, growing, and there's I now all of a sudden have a lot of Georgian clients who are opening up restaurants throughout the 5 boroughs, a lot in Brooklyn, a lot of Georgian restaurants that are doing tremendously well, not under this type of actual, plan of operation with the, background music and art. But again, Georgian cuisine is very unique cuisine, and I personally think that it will benefit the block and the area. Subject to, of course, whatever stipulations that we can agree to.
We do have several Georgian restaurants in East Village. We actually did have one that was just under a block away on the corner of 6th Street and Avenue B for many years. It closed a couple years ago. So we have had Georgian restaurants. It's not necessarily new for the East Village. But that doesn't.
You to me.
Yeah.
I would like to.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I cut you off. I would like to also add and clarify that when we said security guard, we don't mean like a security guard that stands at the door and lets people in. We just want to make sure that since, you know, alcohol will be served, we don't want underage people to go in there and, you know, be served alcohol. So as our attorney said, our employees who will be trained will be de facto security people also who will be checking IDs, and that's what we meant. There will be nobody standing at the door, you know, letting people in and asking for ID. But if somebody goes in the restaurant and wants to drink, we want to make sure that they are not underage.
So. I need to clarify, you're not gonna have security. It'll just be your employees that are doing that, your waiters and your hostess, et cetera, there's your host or whatever, you're not, or are you gonna actually have a security person there that's designated security person?
No licensed security is anticipated to be necessary.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They do not have security.
Okay, so you're not having security. You're not.
Yeah,
gonna-
like you said, it's a restaurant. We don't anticipate the need to have that.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
Okay. Okay, so we're clear on that. So we're gonna change that. You did have on your questionnaire. We're gonna take off security. It's not. Yeah. Clear on that. Okay. Okay. The other thing, well, any committee members, any other concerns? I have a few things I would add, but if anyone else has something they would like to say.
Is this a unlicensed location?
It's beer, it was a
Previously beer one.
it was the most recent business had a beer and wine license.
Okay,
The prior to that, it was unlicensed.
and how long has it been vacant?
It's only been vacant for about a year.
Maybe a little over you.
Dora, yeah,
Their hours of operation were before.
midnight. Dora's, the last business at this location was Dora's. They had a beer and wine until midnight all nights.
Okay.
So why are we considering increasing?
We haven't got there yet, but we're just trying to, I was just trying to suss out what they're proposing for their actual application. So I think we're more clear on that for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I would be more comfortable with the upgrade to full liquor if they decrease their hours, like if they're gonna be a real restaurant, I don't know, they need to be open until 2 AM. Or I would be comfortable with them keeping beer, wine, and then allowing later hours.
Okay, Susan, actually,
I'm going back to our guidelines. Why would this not be sort of processed within our guidelines? It's a very, an area that has been a problem for a very long time. We do have other businesses that are open later because they have had previously been open later, either at full liquor. But why wouldn't we go by our guidelines and say, we don't want to expand the impact and it should be the same as before?
so what Susan was just referring to is the community board has voted on guidelines for SLA licenses for the committee. The full board voted on guidelines that the committee should be following, and the main point of our guidelines is that we are not to be voting or approving anything that is increasing the impact on the surrounding neighborhood and the neighbors. So given that the last location or last business at this location was beer and wine till midnight, really, we're going against our own guidelines if we're extending that. I think. I'm not sure if we can discuss this if you're something you're willing to think about, but one thing that I heard you say is that, you know, Georgia is. You know, has a rich history in winemaking and your name is, I think, Wine Art. It's the name of the business, so it seems like wine was gonna be your focus. Is that something?
Yes.
Is that something you would consider going with the beer and wine license? Rather than full liquor? Because I think my concern is this, as you said, this license, this location was only a beer and wine. We don't have any, you don't have any experience as a business, whether it's in our neighborhood or really anywhere else. So we can't look to your experience of how you've operated in the past or how you've handled the license in the past. So generally, we're very reluctant to give out full licenses, especially in some problem areas, without some sort of history of how you operate, whether you're a good operator or a bad operator. So myself, I'm very reluctant to grant a full license in any capacity for whatever hour at this location. Is that something you would consider a beer and wine license for this location?
Yeah, yes, I mean, they would consider it. Beer and wine.
So,
While they're considering, I'm just gonna raise.
yeah, go ahead, Susan.
I'm gonna say again, it's like, if there's no reason to make, that I can see to make an exception to our guidance. I understand there's always exceptions. I see no reason. It's, you know, it's, again, it's a very particularly saturated, troublesome area. And I'm gonna say, if we don't take our guidance seriously, how do we expect other people to take it seriously? And it sets up expectations. I'm gonna say, it sets up expectations for me when I'm giving information. It sets up expectations for the community. And I do, you know, like when we do make exceptions, I think it's important to make it very, very clear to the SLA why we're making an exception. So I'm gonna go back to this one and say, why would you do that?
I agree. I agree with Susan in that I don't really see any reason why we would make an exception to our guidelines in this location. I don't. Did they go away?
We left.
The applicants that the attorney is still on.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know what happened to them.
okay.
What happened?
I'm texting them.
Maybe they just want to make zones or something.
Okay,
So they
so
just.
do you wanna check with your clients and discuss that? We can move on. Or I don't know, see if you can get in touch with them and find out what's going on, Brian, please.
Yeah, I'm texting them right now. I just texted them.
Back there, right when you said house music.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's where I'm confused. I'm confused with how it went from lounge to house, way different.
Dance.
No, house,
Central.
no, again, I think
Or
due to the
house-
language issue, I think they misunderstood the definition of house music, not, you know,
Yeah, not that.
pounding,
Or like
you know.
house music you have at a restaurant.
Yeah, exactly, but I think it was the latter that they're doing.
But they did mention
can't-
top 40 and rock, and they mentioned a lot of different things, so. We'll,
but not,
if we get to that point, we'll
Doesn't
play.
sound like a restaurant.
not the definition of what young people call house music these days.
Okay, if we get to that point, we'll clarify the type of music it.
Yes.
And we're joining.
They're rejoining.
He's back. I think he's back.
Hi, I'm
Yes.
so sorry. We
No
lost the
problem.
connection.
Okay, so I don't remember, I'm not sure where you got cut off, but I think I was suggesting that I'm not comfortable giving anything more than beer and wine at this location at this time. Is that something you would consider?
Yes, we would consider that, of course.
Okay. That's good, so we can, I think there's a committee agreement that it should be beer and wine at this location. Given you don't have any kind of history or experience for us to go on. I'm also uncomfortable giving you later than 2 AM hours, because we don't know how you're operating. Would you be willing to go with beer and wine 12 AM all nights?
12 a.m. all nights, including Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, Friday, Saturday.
Yes.
Becca, what do you think?
Okay.
Sure, yes.
Okay. That makes things a lot easier.
Thank you.
So, and again, so you do have the opportunity, you know, if this is your first business, but you do have the opportunity to come in the future. We don't have a timeline, we're not gonna say you can do it after 6 months, you can do it after a year. What we say is you need to be operating for a long enough period of time that we can see how you're gonna operate, that you're not gonna be a problem, and that it's something. You then would have the right at some point in the future to come back in and request a change to your method of operation or a change to your hours or an upgrade to a full liquor license. But I would suggest not doing that in December or, you know.
I understand.
I understand. Yes, totally understand.
You need to be open long enough for us to know how you're gonna operate and not gonna be a problem.
That's totally understandable. Yes.
Make that as a sign. So, okay, so that clarified a lot of things we're gonna do. So for your hours. I don't know if you heard earlier, I know you had 12 PM opening. Do you want our wording is that opening no later than 12 p.m. So that means you have to be open at 12. Do you plan on opening at 12 every day, or would you like to move that back? And then you have the opportunity to open earlier if you want, but you don't have to be open until a later time.
Oh, okay. I think that's a better option for us.
So what time?
Opportunity to be able to open earlier, but we don't have to.
Yes. So what time would you like to say would be your your definite opening time? What time do you want that to be?
Let's do 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we can open earlier.
You
correct?
can, yeah, and we encourage early opening because we have a lot of nightlife establishments here in East Village, so there's not a lot of daytime businesses that are open, the streets are kind of quiet. We encourage you to open earlier if you can, it just, we hear from a lot of businesses it's a struggle because they don't have the business during the afternoon, so. But
Okay.
yes, you can open at 8 a.m. if you'd like, but you have to be open by 2.
I understand. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna say 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. all nights. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put, it seems like we're moving in the direction of stipulations, so we're gonna put the stipulations up on the screen so you can see, you can read through what we're discussing.
Sure.
I have one question regarding the music. When you said house music, what do you exactly mean by house music?
Right. They do a DJ, so. I know. Yeah, that's a relevant question. Very pertinent.
Oh,
Is your
is your mic? Oh,
My mic was on.
okay. Did you did you hear the question? I think Steven just asked a question, we're not sure if you heard him. He was asking you if you could just describe a little bit more what type of music you're planning on playing, both with DJs. And you mentioned house music and other things. What type of music are you envisioning?
It's like melodic house music. It's electronic music, but not to like the club music.
Not like club music. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It's not gonna be like an EDM club type of music, more towards lounge, lounge type of house music.
Okay.
What kind of speaker system?
Oh, speaker system.
don't remember that.
Yeah, we don't have that information right now, but we can definitely provide that information if you'd like.
Okay, I mean, I think our main concern is that, so no matter what type of music, whether it's the live music, which I think you said, we can specify, because you said it would be one acoustic musician. Not a band or a group.
Yes, it's not gonna be a band.
And then the DJ will obviously be DJ pick music. But it's still, the live music will be acoustic and the DJ and other music will still be at background level, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So nothing will be entertainment level, you're not gonna, it's
No.
not gonna be a club or.
Yeah, we want people to be able to talk to each other and hear each other, so they don't have to scream or, hard to hear each other. We don't want that. We just
Okay.
want people to sit down, have nice time, talk, and, things like that.
Okay, where are you, I know you said you're gonna have a permanent setup for the DJ, where is that going to be in space?
Have you picked a space?
I'm not sure, but it's close to the bar, I think.
Close to the bar.
So, I mean, so you're talking about basically in the front window? Cause the bar, there's about 10 feet from the front window to the bar, and then the bar runs, actually, let me rephrase that. I'm speaking of the way the space has been laid out for the last several businesses. Have you rearranged the floor plan of the space?
No, we did not.
Okay.
Everything stayed the same, yeah.
So the DJ booth or setup will be in the front window, basically then?
Not like towards the front, but it's gonna be on that side, but towards the bar.
So
There's space on either side of the bar. There's space near the front window. There's a seating area near the front window. The
Yes.
bar, again, I don't know what was there before, exactly where the bar was, but the bar is in the front. If you're walking in, it's to the right.
Yeah,
So there's space on either side to set up a small, someone to play the music. It's not gonna be a whole big
well,
setup.
I mean, if you're walking, when you walk in the door and the bar's to your right, you continue back. There is room for like shoe tops along the side, but I don't know if there's really room on the left-hand side as you go back. So it would have to be in the right front section, which essentially is right in the front of the front window.
So can I say anything at the windows or
That's
because we know from experience, that means you're gonna have a big crowd outside.
yes, that's where I'm
It's
getting at.
really bad.
Having the DJ set up in the front window is, it's a different type of business, I guess, is where we're going for. If you're gonna have, and I'm not sure that I'm comfortable with having a permanent DJ booth set up.
I just, honestly, I just don't think it's gonna be that big of a concern, because those type of people that are attracted to DJ kind of places are not gonna drink at a beer one place, like, I think the beer one will inhibit that, those kind of crowds.
I don't think so on that.
Well,
Bobby. I
that's,
really
so
don't.
that's, the last place that was there was beer wine license only. They weren't supposed to have DJs, they illegally set up their DJ in the front window and had dance parties. So.
That's not gonna be happening.
We're not
That's-
going for dance parties for sure.
That's where what I'm concerned, because I used to actually live right down, like, half a block away, I now live about a block away, so I walk by there all the time. That's my concern is.
East Point's had stuff in the window.
Yeah.
Up there.
So-
Lebanon's had stuff in the window and they have had such crowds that they've actually blocked the whole
Blocked.
street, not just the sign.
So, okay. Can you agree to not have the DJ in front of the window?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
sure.
possible.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
So, we're moving down now through the stipulations, so. We addressed the hours. So do you want to have, I don't think you can have road bed dining there, but do you want to have a sidewalk cafe table, or are you gonna apply for that in the future?
Sidewalk.
I mean, it's a possibility. They haven't decided either way yet. It's a possibility.
Okay, so then we're gonna check off. The number 5, which just says, I will close all outdoor dining allowed under the dining out program or any other uses by 10 PM. You will not have speakers outside.
Absolutely.
That way, if you decide to apply, because that's a whole separate process, you have to apply for a dining out permit. But
No, I know.
if you decide to do that in the future, we will at least address that here in these stipulations, so.
Yes.
Okay, next we move on to, okay, we cleared up the security thing, you're not gonna have security, so check that one. And then, so you will install soundproofing if necessary to ensure sound is not audible in nearby apartments.
Yes.
You will close any front or rear facade doors and windows at 10 PM or when amplified sound is playing, including but not limited to DJs, live music, non-musical performances, or any other televised events.
Yes.
And you will have DJs and live music, no third-party promoted events, no event which a cover fee is charged, no scheduled performances, and no dancing. This is where we're gonna spell out DJs will be at background level, not in the front window. Live music will be one unamplified musician. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and yeah, so that addressed the background level, everything else.
No. Or should just say not.
Just say not in the front window, that way they can move it somewhere else, but just not in there. Cause having a DJ in the front window is a very different type of business that has been a problem in the past. And then I will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. You will not seek a change in class to a full on premises license without coming to CB3. You will not participate in pub crawls and party buses. You will not have unlimited drink specials, including boozy brunches. You will not have a happy hour. You will not have wait lines. You will have a staff person responsible for ensuring no loitering, noise, or crowds. You will post a stipulation and residents may contact the manager owner at the number below, and it's Becca Galashavili.
Yes.
The number is 347-447-769. Is everything accurate what I just read through on the stipulations?
Yes.
Okay. We are gonna then move to a committee vote. Megan Joy,
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger,
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer, yes, Michael Lavario.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you. We will be sending.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We will send the stipulations out. The office will actually send the stipulations out with instructions on signing and returning and when to get them back by.
Okay,
Okay, thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Okay. So next we are going to go to, hold on 1 second. Okay, I think it just seems like, don't know that any of them are gonna be any better or worse than the others, so we're just gonna go ahead and start in order now. So we're gonna start with number 2 Corner Bistro, which was 9496 Avenue A. The applicant's here in person, or are you on Zoom? Yep. Okay, please raise your Zoom hands. Okay, so I see Michael Plutus. And Elizabeth, I think, is the applicant.
Good evening.
Hello, Michael.
How are you? Everybody all right?
Good.
We should have Elizabeth and her daughter Catherine should also be,
Okay,
all right?
okay, there we go. We got Elizabeth. Oh, no.
They're all.
Oh, they both, okay, they declined, but now we got them promoted. So we got everyone on now, I think. So I'm gonna give a quick summary, but I'm gonna start off just by some background on this application. This application came to us about 1.5 years ago. I think you actually opened this location in, was it November of last year?
September.
Sometime around there. So this location is actually open and operating. You're just coming back because you're keeping up everything else the same that we approved previously. You just want to add space in the basement, which I think was 9 tables and 19 seats.
Correct.
So everything else, is there anything else that was changing? That was pretty much all that I could discern from the questionnaire and from your emails, right?
No, this application that we're here on this evening is an application for permission to make alterations. The scope of the alterations are the addition of 9 tables and 19 seats in the cellar. So that is what we're here to discuss.
Okay, that's what I thought. There was no other changes. And is the intent on that to just be regular dining for all the time? Is it to be like a private event space, or is it just to be seating more generally?
So I'll defer to Catherine. I don't know that it's large. It's a fairly small space.
That's what I thought, based looking at this.
Yeah. Catherine, is it anticipated that space will be rented out for private parties, or?
I think my mom might want to answer this question.
Elizabeth, are you on?
She is.
Sometimes we have trouble with Zoom.
Yeah.
She is on. She is promoted to panelist.
Hi.
Oh, she's
Can
doing
you
herself.
hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Oh,
Elizabeth.
there, okay. I can't see me, but okay. The intention is extra seating, and if, somebody would like to rent the space out for a birthday party or something, we would do that.
Okay. Is there anyone else here from the public that wants? Oh, before I'll move to the public, if there's anyone here, is there anything else you wanted to say, or any of you to summarize or add to your?
I'd just like to point out that we did reach out to both the East Fifth Street Block Association and the East Village Community Coalition. We didn't hear back, and that, Catherine did conduct a fairly focused search, collected petitions, which we've submitted. I think there are 46 in total, 39 of which are within 2-block rate. I mean, they did reach out. You've got Con Ed across the street, so and the space that we're adding is in the cellar. It's completely contained. you know, it's, you know, it's got the existing restaurant above. And one of the walls is shared with additional storage space in the basement of the restaurant. And then to the other side, you've got the cellar of a different commercial unit. So it's a self-contained space. So I just wanted to mention that.
Okay. Is there anyone else here from the public? I don't think there's anyone here in person. Is there anyone in Zoom that wanted to speak to this item? Okay, seeing none. We're gonna go ahead and move to committee. Does anyone have any questions or comments?
I'm ready to.
Okay, perfect. And I would just say, I think, Michael, your office reached out originally, and we did consider hearing this administratively, or not hearing it, but handling it administratively. But I just think when we look back, it wasn't mentioned in the original, so we specifically did not, so we just decided we had to hear to acknowledge that, but. Okay, so I think it's a pretty.
Thanks for hearing us. We appreciate it.
Pretty simple, basic thing. As according to Megan, we're ready to vote. We can put the stipulations up. We'll go through them really quickly, but it's basically going to be exactly the same thing as you were before, because on the stipulations we don't specify the breakout of the discussion. That's in our actual resolution, is where we say basement, etc. So we'll throw the stipulations up just so you know, but it's pretty much going to be exactly the same thing. It's Elizabeth McGrath at 94 Avenue A will operate a full liquor license. American Bistro. Full kitchen, serve food during all hours, 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. No outdoor space. Is it something, I think originally you did say no outdoor space. Are you still, is it something you, since you're here, do you want to ever apply for a sidewalk cafe permit or something?
We've signed stipulations for roadbed seating already with you folks, Clint.
You did, so then.
We
do
did. So
need
yeah,
to
you should change that because.
Yeah, so that will change. That is, I'm
Yeah.
glad to clarify that, because this way it'll take care of that for you while you're here.
Great.
Okay, so you will close all outdoor dining. Oh yeah, you know what, actually, now that you say that, you were in this month's administrative items for that.
Correct.
Yeah, so we'll take care of that, and then. You will employ doorman security, one person on busy days, soundproofing is existing. You will close any front doors and windows at 10 p.m. You will not have, well, you will have DJs at background level through the existing system, no live music, third party promoted events, any event with power fee is charged, scheduled performances, no more than 6 private parties per year. Will play ambient recorded background music only, will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. Will not participate in pub crawls or party buses, no unlimited drink specials, happy hour ending by 7, no wait lines, staff responsible for ensuring no crowds on the street. Will post a stipulation that residents may contact the owner at the number below. And it's Elizabeth McGrath, 516-319-0099.
Yes.
But I have 2 changes, Clint.
Yeah.
Number 1, the address that ended up on this license is 94-96 Avenue A.
Okay, so we'll fix that.
And then secondly, I don't know if maybe they'd like to leave Elizabeth as the point of contact, or perhaps they want to change that to Kat's phone number. I don't know. That's up to Elizabeth and Kat, but I know Kat is working closely with her mother at the restaurant. So if at the bottom of the page, Kat, you see it, we're providing a number for people to call in the event that they have concerns. Should we leave that as your mother's number, or would you like to change that to your number?
I think it should be her number.
Okay, so Kat,
You could put both numbers, whatever.
Clint, do you want 2 numbers, or do you want to put Kat's number in there?
It's whoever wants to deal with it. It should be.
I think Kat's probably going to be most, so why don't you put her name in there? It's with a K, not a C.
No, it's with a C.
Oh, sorry, you're right. And what's that number? Can you call it out, Catherine?
It's 631-377-6897.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And everything else look good, Michael, then?
Yeah, everything else lines up with the original steps. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move to a vote on this. Megan Joy?
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger?
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer, yes. Michael Lavario?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
The office will be sending out stipulations with the instructions, you know the drill.
Cool.
Thanks very much. Have a nice evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we're moving on to item number 4, which is Cynthia NYC at 32 East First Street. The applicant's here in person. Are the applicants here on Zoom?
Yeah.
Please raise your Zoom hands, we'll get you promoted.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, are you the applicant?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And I think we have Bruno as well.
Yes.
Do you have an attorney or anyone here with you, or just you tonight?
Well, Bruno.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
Bruno
here.
Bruno is your attorney, okay, perfect.
Yep, sorry.
No problem at all.
How you doing, guys?
Good. So I'm gonna go through a quick little summary here, of your application, then we'll hand it over to you if you have any additions or changes. JDS Restaurant, incorporated doing business as Forsythia NYC is seeking a full on-premises license, and the premise is located at 32 East First Street between First and Second Avenue. It's an application for an establishment of 75 people, 2 tables and 40 seats. And I don't think it was clear in the questionnaire. Are you proposing an actual bar with seating at all?
No, there'll be no bar for seating.
There's no bar, okay.
No.
It is a full kitchen, serving food during all its operation. There are 11 full on-premises liquor licenses within 500 feet. This applicant is actually currently operates Forsythia Restaurant on Stanton Street. How long? That's all. You've been there like 3 or 4 years, right?
We've been open 5.5 years now. We opened in October 2020.
October 2020. Okay, so I'm gonna make that change on my notes. And we did receive a letter of support from the First Street Block Association. I think Robert is here tonight to speak to that.
Serving.
Oh, you're just observing, okay. And I think actually rather than support, I think your phrase it as you were just not opposing, correct?
Excuse me?
In your letter, I think it wasn't necessarily a support, you were saying you were not
I
opposing.
voted not to oppose.
You voted not to oppose, meaning you weren't opposing. Gotcha. Okay, so we did receive one letter, but they were not opposing. So you're proposing, just to redo the specific stipulations, you're proposing to operate as an Italian restaurant with full kitchen. Hours of operation will be opening by 12 p.m., closing by 12 a.m. all day, so not use outdoor space for commercial use. We'll have a closed fixed facade. We'll play ambient background for music only. We'll not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. We'll not have club crawl for party buses. We'll not have unlimited drink specials, including boozy brunches. We'll ensure there are no wait lines outside, designated employee to manage the crowds. We'll conspicuously post a stipulation and provide a number for residents to call with any complaints. Okay, so I'm gonna hand it over to you. Is there anything you would like to add, change, clarify the summary that I just read through?
I mean, I'll let Jacob speak, but essentially from my experience representing him, he's, as he spoke earlier, he's been open since mid 2020 at his other place. He's doing very well. It's really a food driven establishment, just like this will be. You can see there's no bar, it's not that type of place. He's going to do a lot of different things at this location, and I'll let him talk to his concepts and everything, but I think he's going to be a great addition to the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we plan to use the space as an extension of our restaurant on Stanton Street. We offer pasta classes, and we host a number of private pasta classes and corporate dinners. It's a big part of our business there, and that's primarily how we plan to use this space on First Street, as an extension of our restaurant on Stanton Street. We would have all of our private events there rather than at the restaurant, so that we can operate the restaurant as is concurrently, and we would have our pasta classes, which solely exist as ticketed events. On top of that, we would have occasional collaboration dinners that we don't have, or we would no longer be having at the restaurant, similarly, so that we could be operating the restaurant as is and do both things simultaneously. But like the pasta classes, those will be just ticketed events.
Okay, thank you for that. I guess we'll see. I know Robert said he was just observing. Was there anyone else here in Zoom to make sure that wanted to speak to this item? Okay, see no one, and there's no one here in person, so we'll move on. Committee members, anyone have any questions or comments for this application? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and then put the stipulations up and we're gonna kind of go through those so you see what we'll actually be voting on. And I also just before we read through those, I just want to clarify for at least the committee members. This is you're in the first level of that brand new, it's new construction, right?
Yes.
It's that brand new building, it's not an old time building where we're gonna have to worry about sound or disturbing neighbors.
No, it's in a new construction, and we plan to install sound insulation as well. We're extremely respectful of our neighbors here on Stanton Street, and we plan to do the same.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna read through the stipulations here. It is I, Jacob, and is it Siwak?
Yeah, Seawalk.
Siwak, as a qualified representative of JDS Restaurant 2 LLC, located at 32 East First Street, agrees to the following stipulations. My license will be a full liquor license. It will be a full liquor license. The new liquor license will operate a full service restaurant, specifically an Italian restaurant. I think in your notes you described it as an event space, but I don't. Is that accurate? I think it's more you're a restaurant that would be hosting events. I don't think it's an actual event space. Is that
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way you described it is hitting the nail on the head. It's a restaurant that will be hosting their events there.
okay? So we're gonna take out event space because I just think that's not.
Yeah, full
Described.
service, I would say full service restaurant, with, with, reservations required.
Okay, that's fine. So then the hours of operation will be. Oh, and kitchen's open to serving food during hours of operation. Your hours of operation will be 12 PM to 12 AM all days. I don't know if I think you heard what we said earlier, but if you have 12 PM as an opening, are you definitely planning on being open for lunch every day, or is that?
No, I had heard that when you mentioned that earlier in the session as well.
So what time would you like to make your opening hours?
So this is when it's gonna be open, when patrons will come there, correct?
Yes, it doesn't matter. Your kitchen staff can be there at whatever time you want prepping, but it's when you're open.
Okay.
And then
Jacob, if you want to amend that, I mean, you could have your prep people there, at earlier time. It could be there at 8 AM, whatever.
my only question would then be if someone wanted to book a lunch with us, but we didn't want to do lunch every day. Would we be able to do that under the stipulation, or would we no longer be able to do that with the new
Yes, that's
stipulation?
what I'm saying. If you let's just say you say 5 PM to 12 AM every day. If you want to open at noon and host a lunch, you can open earlier. You just can't open later. So you have to.
Got it.
5 PM.
Understood. So then I think 5 PM makes more sense. Bruno, do you agree?
Or I would even say 4 PM, just in case.
Okay, 4 PM,
Okay.
yeah.
So you'll definitely, so it's opening no later than 4 PM, but if you do want to host lunches and have lunch, you can open earlier. We actually encourage that, as you probably heard, we like.
Okay, good.
But we'll say 4 PM to 12 AM all days.
That's good. That's good to know. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And then as far as outdoor space, are you planning on it?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna check off, you will not use outdoor space.
Nope.
I'm sorry, you couldn't, are you saying that they're gonna open from 4 to midnight now? But they still gonna open at noon for the service lunch?
They have to be open from 4 PM to 12 AM. They can open, he's not sure he wants to be open for lunch every day, but they have the option. They can open earlier for lunch, but
And they're not gonna have any issues doing that. Gotcha.
Okay,
Thank you.
yep, and then, you have checked off your employee doorman and security. Are you proposing to have doorman and security?
No, sorry, I
No,
don't, that shouldn't be checked. There is a doorman that is employed by the building that will be next door, but it's not for my space.
That's not your, okay.
No.
Doesn't sound like your space needs security, so. You did say you will install soundproofing.
Yes, we do plan to install
And
soundproofing.
our standard language is you will install soundproofing to ensure sound is not audible in nearby apartments.
Yeah,
Great.
but it's gonna be very ambient anyway. It's not that type of place.
And then it's a closed fixed facade with no open doors and windows. You will not have DJs, live music, third-party promoted events. I think, did you check off that you are planning on having third-party promoted events?
No.
Okay, so we'll check that, we'll do that. You won't have any event which you covered. Now, actually, this is a question. Our normal language is any event which a cover fee is charged. At any of the event type things you're having, like pasta making classes, are you charging for those? I assume
We
you're
do.
not donating them for free.
Yeah, it's not a cover fee. It's basically they're prepaying like
It's
tickets
prepaid
in
for
like
class.
yeah, exactly. So it's not a cover charge. They
It's still a ticketed event though, so
yeah.
yeah.
If you want to uncheck, that's fine.
We're gonna leave that unchecked, so you can have events with cover fees, but then in the description, we're gonna say. Cover fees will be things, pasta classes.
Correct.
Just to clarify, a cover fee would be a fee that then doesn't go towards anything that the guest gets in return, correct? It's just a fee to attend.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's to basically it's participation fee.
Yeah,
in these classes.
we'll never be charging that.
Okay, so we'll check off no events with cover fees, but then we will say, just because I don't want you to be stuck, we will say may have ticketed events such as cooking pasta classes or
correct.
May have ticketed events related to food. Is that?
That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Related to food, that's perfect.
That leaves it broad enough that whatever you're doing with. Okay. You will play on background and core music only, will not apply for an alteration without coming before CB3, will not seek a change in class without coming to CB3. Will not participate in pub crawls or party buses, will not have unlimited drink specials, will not have happy hours, will not have a wait line outside, will have staff responsible for ensuring no loitering noise or crowds. Will post the stipulation and residents may contact the manager owner at the number below. It's Jason Siwak at 314-323-7947.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna move to a vote. Megan Joy.
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger.
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer, yes. Michael Labario.
Yes.
Okay, so motion passes. The office will be sending out the stipulations most likely tomorrow with instructions on signing, returning them.
Perfect.
Okay,
Thank you guys so much.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great night, guys. Take
You
care.
too. Okay,
Take care.
thank you, Robert. Good night. Okay, so next we are gonna move on to item number 6, which is Mission Chinese at 45 Mott Street.
Frank.
Okay, we have the applicants, we have their attorney. This was the only speaker.
Carl's there, as a resident.
Hello again.
Hello, Frank. Okay, and I do see we have Carlin, we'll get to Carlin in a second, we have public speakers. Okay, I'm gonna give a quick summary of this application and then we'll let the applicants add to that. Okay, lot 45 Incorporated doing business as Mission Chinese is seeking a full on-premises license and the premise is located at 45 Mott Street. This is an application for an establishment of 20, I think it was a blank, I'm assuming is it 75, Frank?
I believe it is, yes.
That's what I would guess too, probably.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, we'll move on from that. We'll say 75, but you look at it, Frank, we can always change it. It's an application for 75 people with 22 tables and 59 seats. One bar approximately 20 feet. On the first floor, a customer bar approximately 18 feet in the basement, full kitchen serving food regardless of operation. There are 30 full on-premises liquor licenses within 500 feet. This location is currently licensed and operating as, and it's Tea Cafe, it's Tea.
Bistro.
Tea Bistro, sorry, I didn't have it right here, but I will add it in now. The applicant is currently operating the restaurant Hachi, which is next door. There were no 311 complaints at this location. 12 residents live within 2 blocks of the location signed petition in favor. They are proposing hours of opening no later than 7 a.m. and closing by 2 a.m. Sunday through Wednesday. Open at 7 a.m. closing by 4 a.m. Thursday through Saturday. They will not use extra space for commercial use. Close any front and rear doors and windows at 10 p.m. every night or when the campfire sound is playing. They will play ambient background only. They will not apply for alteration without coming to CB3. Will not have pub crawls, party buses. No unlimited drink specials, including booths brunches. Will not have happy hours. There are no wait lines designated employee for ensuring no crowds outside. The post stipulation will provide a telephone number for residents if there are any complaints. Okay, is there anything you would like to add or correct with with my summary?
For clarification, the current business is being operated by the same lady. This is just the same business, basically with the new corporation, same principle. There's no changes really, except one of the partners has left the business.
Okay, so the current applicant, the current licensee of this location is also the applicant for this application.
Correct.
One of the partners. So essentially, this is similar to the ones we had earlier, which is essentially a corporate change. It's just not legally a corporate change.
A corporate change wouldn't work. It wouldn't satisfy the outgoing partner that they
That's what I
would.
mean. It's
So that's why we had to do a new company.
That's what I mean. It's not legally a corporate change, but for all practical purposes, what we're doing, it's essentially just changing partners.
Correct.
Okay. And I did want to mention, I received one email in support of this application from a local resident who is actually here to speak. I think we're going to move to the public. We'll promote him now. Carlin, who is also one of our board members.
I think you want to make it 74.
Hello there.
What was that? 74,000.
What's the bottom thing?
Oh, the number of people, yeah. Okay, so we'll clarify that it's the capacity of 74 people, not 75. Okay, so Carlin, sorry about that, Carlin. You go ahead.
Okay, I'm calling to speak in support of the application. I have known the applicant from the TV show for well over 10 years. They have been operating without incident for the last 9 years since they became a licensed location. Basically, this is a corporate change where they are adding their new partners, Mission Chinese, which is a very popular restaurant back on East Broadway just before the pandemic. So, yeah, I don't see any issues with this, the community. Like I said, they've operated without incident for the past 9 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carlin. Okay, anyone else here from the public to speak to this item? Okay, seeing none. We're going to go ahead and put the stipulations up, but I think we'll go through them pretty quickly because nothing else is really changing. Okay, so this is is it Ji Wu?
Yes.
Okay, as qualified representative of Mott 45 Incorporated, located at 45 Mott Street. My license will be a full liquor license. We'll operate a full service restaurant, specifically a Chinese American restaurant, with kitchen open and serving food during all of operation. Hours of operation will be 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. Sunday through Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 4 a.m. Thursday through Saturday. We're not used. So, do you have? I know you're on. To know you're not. Do you have outdoor dining, or you plan on applying for any outdoor?
No.
No. Okay, so we're gonna check off. Will not use outdoor space for commercial use. And you checked off. I think. Do you have a doorman or?
Yes.
You don't have a doorman security, do you?
We do.
You do. Oh, okay. So we'll leave that check. We'll employ doorman security personnel. Soundproofing, it's been there, so I don't think we need to deal with that. We'll close any front and rear facade doors and windows at 10 p.m. You will not have. So you do have DJs and live music.
Yes.
And is that at entertainment level?
No.
Okay, so we'll have DJs and live music, but no third-party promoted events. Any event whose cover fee is charged or scheduled performances, and then we'll say DJs and live music will be at background level.
That's fine.
Will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. Will not be a change that it is full service full liquor anyways. Not participate in pub crawls or party buses. Will not have unlimited drink specials. And I don't. Do you have happy hours, or do you want to have happy hours?
Maybe later, but not this moment.
Okay. So
let's put it in.
Yeah, we'll put it into that. So we'll say we'll have happy hours. What time would you? And again, this is something you can add later if you want. But what's your guess? You want to? Would it be 7, 8, 6? What time would the happy hours end?
5 to 7.
Okay, so happy hours ending at 7. And again, that doesn't mean you have to, but it gives you the option if you want to in the future.
Okay.
You will not have wait lines. You'll have a staff person responsible for ensuring no loiter or crowds. You will post a stipulation. Residents may contact the manager at the number below. Ji Wu at 917-794-7388.
Yes.
Everything look good?
Good.
Yes, it does.
Okay, we're gonna move to a committee vote. Megan Joy,
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger,
Yes.
Clint Schmelzer, yes, Michael Lavario.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. The office will be sending these stipulations out with the instructions on returning them.
Have a nice month, guys.
You too,
Thank
thank you very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We are moving on to item number 8, Orchard Grocer Incorporated, 78 Orchard Street. The applicant here.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Michael Kelly.
Sarah Kuberski's also on. She's one of the owners.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go through a quick summary and then I'll hand it over to you. Orchard Grocer Incorporated is seeking a wine and beer license. The premise is located at 78 Orchard Street between Broome and Grand Street. An application for an establishment of 74 people with 7 tables, 15 seats, 1 stand-up bar with no seats, full kitchen serving vegan fare during hours of operation. There are 22 full on-premises licenses within 500 feet. Location history was left blank on this. What is currently this location?
We're at our current location, Orchard Grocer, and it's a mixed space. We have our shoe store attached to it, and we're reducing the space of the shoe store and adding some seating in the 78 location for the grocer.
So, and do you already have a wine and beer license?
We had a retail beer at one point.
Okay, at retail, you've never had an actual wine and beer on premises.
No,
Okay. So this is a new application for wine and beer at this location, but the applicant is currently operating without a wine and beer license.
correct.
Okay. And then the next line is the applicant has run this establishment since July of 2021. Since 2020, there have been 6 commercial noise complaints at this location. We received no support or opposition either way from any of the community residents. 2 residents who live within 2 blocks from the location signed a petition in favor. They are proposing to operate as a vegan restaurant serving food during hours of operation. Their hours of operation are opening no later than 9 a.m., closed by 10 p.m. all days. It will close all outdoor dining by 10 p.m. Close front and rear facade doors and windows at 10 p.m. every night when any amplified sound is playing. All on background improvements only. Will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. No pub crawls with party buses. No unlimited drink specials included with brunches. Will not have happy hours. No wait lines. And will assure have staff to ensure no crowds outside. We'll post a stipulation. We'll provide a number for residents to call. Anything you'd like to add or change with what I just said?
Yes, so the space has been open 9 years as a grocer. The owners have been there 20 years. They did have a retail beer license at one time. We'll be serving the same food as before, except we'll have some seating inside and a small sidewalk cafe. We do have a full kitchen, but there's no entrees. That's why we're applying as a tavern wine. We also participate in the street seating when the block is closed. We did file a roadway cafe, but withdrew it. There was no reason to have it when the street closures. And that's about it. We did send in a couple more signatures. I'm sorry they came in late, but 6 of them from the building. I emailed them to Susan.
Okay, so I'll update that number. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add or change? Sound good?
That's it.
Okay, we're gonna see if there's anyone here from the public to speak to this item. It does not look like there's anyone on Zoom, anyone here in person, nope. Okay, so we're gonna move to committee. Anyone have any questions or comments or concerns?
I was gonna just say that, I doubt very highly that any of those 311 complaints came from this location. This is, like a really much beloved little vegan grocery store attached to like a vegan shoe store. It serves really great sandwiches. It's kind of yeah, it's just like a really well operated little business. I support this application.
Thank you, Megan. Anyone else? Okay, I'm going to put the stipulations up then, so you can see what we're gonna be voting on. Okay, so it is I, Erica Kuberski, as a qualified representative, Orchard Grocer Incorporated, located at 78 Orchard Street. My license will be a beer, wine, and cider license. It will operate, it's a bar tavern, less than a full service kitchen, serving food during hours of operation. The hours of operation are 9 AM to 10 PM all days. You've been, I know you probably heard this several times when I've said it, but you've been open and operating, so you know 9 o'clock is good, right? That's.
Yes.
You wanna leave your hours at 9 AM, correct?
Yes, they're open at 9 AM.
Yeah, okay. You will close all outdoor dining allowed under the dining out program or anything by 10 PM. No security, it doesn't need soundproofing. You will close any front or rear facade doors and windows at 10 PM. You want to have DJs, live music, third-party promoted events, any event which cover fee is charged, scheduled performances. You will play on recorded background music only, not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3, not seek a change in class without coming to CB3. No pub crawls or party buses, no unlimited drink specials. You will have a happy hour that will end by 8 PM. You will have a staff person responsible for ensuring no loitering, noise, or crowds. We'll post a stipulation by your license and residents may contact the owner manager at your number below. Erica Kuberski at 718-974-8173.
Perfect.
Look good? Okay, we're gonna move to vote. Megan Joy,
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger,
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer, yes. Lavario, yes. Okay. Motion passes. Michael, the office will be sending out the stipulation with their instructions.
Yes, thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, moving right along. So we're gonna move on to number 9, which is Kimmy at 125 Canal Street. The applicants and their attorney are here in person. I'm gonna give you a quick summary. One second. Oh, there we go, okay. Okay, Bowie's Lucky 88 LLC doing business as Kitty is seeking an upgrade to on-premises liquor license, upgrade to a full on-premises liquor license. They currently have a beer and wine at this location. And the premise is located at 125 Canal Street between Christie and Manhattan Range. It's an application for an establishment of up to 74 people, 14 tables, 39 seats, including a stand-up bar. Full kitchen and prep area serving food during all of the operation, no TV, small speakers playing music at background level. There are 7 on-premises liquor licenses within 500 feet. This location has been a restaurant with wine and beer license since mid-2025. It was previously an unlicensed location. The applicant has over a decade in hospitality experience in the city, including owning and operating this restaurant. 26 residents who live within 2 blocks of the location signed a petition in favor. Their proposed Canadian fusion restaurant, full kitchen, serving food during all its operation. Their hours are 12 PM, opening by 12 PM all day, closing by 1 AM Sunday to Thursday, 2 AM Friday and Saturday. Will not use extra space for commercial use. We'll close any front and rear facade doors and windows at 10. We'll play on background for music only, no live music, DJs promoted and scheduled performances, any numbers totally to charge. Not apply for an alteration without coming to CD3, no pub crawls, party buses, no limited drink specials, including boozy brunches, will not have happy hours. No wait line and staff responsible for ensuring no crowds, will post stipulation and provide a number for residents to call. Anything else you'd like to add, change, revise?
No, I think that was a good summary. They've been in operation now, they've proven that they're a restaurant, this is not a dated switch. They simply just want to add full liquor,
And one question, when you came, you said you've been operating since mid-2025. Did you come to us, you didn't come for an administrative approval? No, because you already have hours 1 AM and 2 AM.
Yeah,
So you weren't administrative, it was regular, okay. I think, right, yeah, I remember, okay, sorry, I just wanted to clarify.
and all the stipulations that we signed last time are gonna be exactly the same, so there's really gonna be no changes.
Okay. Is there anyone here from the public to speak to this item? Please raise your Zoom hand. Seeing none. Okay, committee members, any questions, comments, concerns about this item?
Your hours of operation on Google are 11 PM and the opening is till 2 AM on the weekends?
Yeah, the current hours that they have are 1 AM Sunday to Thursday and 2 AM. Friday.
Are you like, actually open till that hour?
As of right now, we're not, we are, we're trying, yeah, we're just, also, we're the ones on premise every day too, so a little. So besides it's 12, we're also okay with, yeah. Yeah.
There are some nights.
Yeah, there are some nights where I was, previous to our old location, kind of like that, we're kind of more of like an after spot for people who are having dinner elsewhere to come to kind of us for a nightcap, yeah.
Okay. Any other committee members, comments, questions? Okay, we're gonna put the stipulations up on the screen, run through those quickly.
Is that good enough for you guys?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so it's I, John O'Brien, as qualified representative of Bowie's Lucky 88 LLC. Located at 125 Canal Street, be a full liquor license. This is an upgrade to a full liquor license, a class change. Will operate a full service restaurant, specifically an Asian fusion restaurant, kitchen open serving food during all its operations. Hours of operation will be Sunday through Thursday, 12 PM to 1 AM, Friday and Saturday, 12 PM to 2 AM. Will not use outdoor space for commercial use. Will employ a doorman, security person. Soundproofing will close any front door doors and windows at 10 PM every night. Will not have DJs, live music, third-party promoted events, any of which cover fees, charge for scheduled performances, no dancing. We'll play on the recorded background music only. Oh, sorry. Will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. Will not skip it's a full liquor anyways. Will not participate in party buses. Will not have unlimited drink specials. Will not have happy hours. No wait lines. Staff person responsible for ensuring no noise or crowds. We'll post a stipulation, and residents may contact the owner at the number below, and it's John O'Brien, 917-853-9622. Everything looked good on that. Is there?
My only comment was on that they currently have no plans for outdoor seating, but on the last stipulation, we could have the option that they would put.
I noticed that as well. I noticed that check point. Did you want to keep the?
Yeah, it's not an issue, just so we don't have to come back, but it's not exactly.
In the first.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna change that from not use outdoor space, we're gonna change it to will close all outdoor dining. Under the other program, like that's right. Okay, that way, like what you heard earlier, then you don't have to come back with something you were thinking about, better to tell you. Okay. Everything else look good?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna move to a committee vote. Oh, what was it?
No, we could open earlier.
Yeah, early, that's just, you have to be open by 12 PM, you can open at 9. Okay, we move to a vote, Megan Toy,
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger,
Yes.
Lynn Smeltzer, yes, Michael Vares. Okay, motion passes, the office will be sending you out the stipulation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we are moving on to number 10, which is, Seattle NYC at 129 Riverton Street. This is an upgrade to a full on-premises license. You want to get the summary up? Awesome. Okay, this is, I'm gonna do a summary, then we'll get an overview. It's Lyciel doing business as Lyciel, seeking a upgrade to a full liquor license in the premises located at 129 Remington Street between Essex and Norfolk. This is an application for establishment of 45 people, 10 tables, 22 seats, one rectangular bar in the middle of the premises with 5 stools, no American food with a full kitchen, serving food during all operation, no television, proposing, well, I think you originally proposed live jazz music. I was copied on the emails with the Lower Side Dwellers, and you've agreed to not have the jazz music.
Correct.
So I'm gonna take that out now, that was the original. So it's now back to recorded background and streaming music. There are 28 full on-premises licenses within 500 feet. The license is currently licensed with beer and wine to the applicant. This is an upgrade. They've been a license holder at this location since May of 2025. There were 25 31 complaints at this location with police actions in 2018. I did look at this, but I have a feeling the majority of those are probably before you took over last year.
Yes.
Correct. We did received the email from the Lower Side Dwellers. At first, they were saying they agreed to support with Fly Jazz, and you came back and said you're limited with jazz, so I think they fully support you. There was, and I think it was a small exchange about the 200-foot rule with the school. It wasn't necessarily resolved in the email. I think my recollection is when not Shake Shack, when the prior applicant before Shake Shack, which was called Bongos, I think what they were proposing. There was discussion then, and I think what I remember, because I think in 2017, and I was on the committee, I think what it was determined was that it is within 200 feet of those doors facing south, but I think at that point, the school confirmed that those doors were not the primary entrance to any of the 3 schools that operate in that location, which means the main primary doors for the SLA's purposes are outside of 200 feet.
Yes.
I think we'll probably do the same thing that we did on the last, and we will just put a note in there to the SLA, you know. I forget what standard wording is. Did they put it in here? Yeah, but it basically just says, you know, there was a question regarding the location of the school entrance doors. The SLA, that's not for us to determine, that's the SLA's determination. So we'll put that in there. If I remember correctly, it was determined in the past not to be primary doors, so I think it's fine. If the SLA comes back and determines, like you heard the applicant earlier, they will come back and then deny you then. Okay. Otherwise, that was the only emails we got in response to this. You had 38 residents within 2 blocks. Signed petition in favor, and I will say you got a basically a letter of support from the dwellers, which is pretty high standard, so consider yourself lucky in that regard. You'll operate a new American food restaurant, full kitchen. Their hours of operation will be Monday is closed, Tuesday through Friday, opening at 12 p.m., closing at 11:30 p.m. Saturday and Sunday opening at 11 a.m., closing at 11:30 p.m. Do not use outdoor space for commercial use. It's a closed fixed facade. You will have ambient recorded background music only, no stage performance, no third-party promoted events. Cover fees, you would have 10 private parties per year. You will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3, no pub cars or party buses. No limited drink specials, happy hours ending at 7, no wait lines, and ensuring staff to ensure no crowds outside. We'll post the stipulation, and residents may contact the manager and owner at number below. Anything else you would like to add, say, change, correct?
Yes, appreciate your time, having me today. My name is Kitty Shai. I'm one of the partner of the business. I didn't make it last time. I was working in New Jersey. It's hard for me to travel and everything. And today, I just wanna, here to support PJ, which is, one of the great person I know. Trying to build his career. He lived in the neighborhood and now he invests in the neighborhood in the 196 Orchard Street. And so we share the same, ambition and like American dreams, wanting to be better and have a better chance in life. Once we do this business together. And I think we have been proven ourselves to the neighbors, right? We have Neighborhood Monday offering like special offers so that they would come in and get some great discount. We've just been in seated applications so that they can join in because they love seated applications. We, ensuring that surrounding at the corner, trying to pick up the trash as much as they could to maintain cleanliness outside. A lot of times the trash flying around. And if I'm there, I'm pretty like, screaming free. And we have a long list of side job for our server. Like you have to pick up, you have to wipe the window frame outside, like that details. And I think that kind of, and we offer a very fine service and food, as you can see from our reviews and everything. And I want to say, I think we have done something right for the neighborhood, and that's why we received some support that they do not oppose in our request this time, and we have, more than double of people that signed to support us, like more than 40 people, like more than double than last time, and I think that means something to us, and like PJ can't stop smiling all day with that, so and also, I think, one thing, I'm not quite sure, it probably come from the last time that we applied, you mentioned it 45 seats. But when that's what we thought we would be able to, but when we actually operate this, we only have like 25 seat on table seating and only 5 at the bar. So it's like, I don't think we can fit 45, pretty
Can we
much
change
like.
that in the description then?
If that would help, to clarify, and that's the actual operation.
Well, actually, no, I think now that I look at what it says, the capacity was 45 people, but it's 10 tables and 22 seats.
Yes.
So that's more accurate than what you were describing, and then 5 seats per bar.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
And yeah, so, and we here to ask for the full liquor so that we can, kind of help us financial as well, because a lot of people walked in and they looking for stuff that they love. Some people like they dress super nice, they come in and they want like some specific alcohol, and we can offer them that. And I think will help improve their experience, and make them to come back in returns, because we want to be in the business for longer terms with the neighborhood, right? We want to be a restaurant for the neighborhood. And I think, and we are a small size, we did the best we could. We changed the ceiling when on the construction, we put in the soundproof installation, like mirror wool, like 5 inches, like I'm also control the construction as well. So I kind of making sure that we have everything, we only have 2 speakers. And I hope that we don't have any other complaint. I think to my knowledge, I don't think there's any complaint on noise and things like that. And yeah, so so here we asking for opportunity to kind of feel like not being handicapped and be able to make good revenues to stay in the business, and that's what I'm here for. And I can say that PJ like do this with all his heart and everything, so that's why I'm here to help him. The support.
As you first mentioned, I do everything in details with support, and my family, my friends support. Me and Chris is always there. I'm there like 6 days a week, so there's only Monday off that I have.
Those be close.
Yeah, because we're closing on Monday. Since at first, like we were trying to see if Monday or Tuesday are more like busy. Then Monday was like not busy at all, and we don't have any food liquors. Then it's not engageable to the neighbors. So we choose Tuesday instead and closing on Monday, so we can get some rest as well. And yeah, I'm looking for a support in the food liquor license that and I promise, I'm like I'll be the best, even I'm there, I can do everything. I can prep, I can dishwashing, I can cook, I can bartending, I can serving and cleaning, everything. Like that's me, and with Chris support as well. Like during our BC Day Friday, we were trying to, if there's any line, we'll ask. There's no line at all, except like people are coming in like 12 parties. Like party of 12. They were waiting for their table, but we let them know that we'll give them a call in like 10 minutes if your table is available. And yes, we think our service is at the top notch. That's what I always expect my bartender and server to provide that to the customer, which is why we receive 5-star review from Google, 212 of them. And then 332 on Belly, and then 17 on Yelp. No one's really using Yelp anymore. But and 39 on Open Table. So that is include for 7 months that we operate, we gave 600 reviews so far, which that is a very good sign, and that is what I expect in every business partner expectation. So yeah, I'm here to ask for a chance. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's see, is there anyone here from the public to speak to this item? If you're here for this item, please raise your Zoom hand. Okay, seeing none. Any committee members have any questions or comments or?
I can attest, I've walked past them pretty often. Nice place, nothing crazy. I've actually seen someone picking up garbage from the corner on the street. Now that you mentioned, I'm like, oh yeah, I did see them, you know. But yeah, it's an establishment, everything they said holds up. I've also worked.
Even in the snowstorm as well, I was the one who cleaned, right? And the neighbor was like, thank you for that.
Okay, so then I think we're gonna go ahead and just put the stipulations up and run through those quickly, so you see what we're voting on, and essentially nothing is changing, everything's staying the same, we're just adding a full upgrade to a full liquor. So it is and it is it Kitty Thought?
Yes.
CJ? Is it
Casual.
Haswan?
PJ is my nickname, so.
As a qualified representative of YCL, NYC LLC, located at 129 Rivington Street. My license will be, it's an upgrade to a full liquor license. I will operate a full service restaurant, specifically New American Full Kitchen. With kitchen open, serving food during loss of operation. The hours of operation will be Monday is closed, Tuesday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Is that right? I wasn't sure.
Well, I think it was listed at, for Saturday and Sunday, I think it was listed at 11:30 or 11 something.
It's 11:30? Okay.
But I mean, midnight is a standard thing, so I don't know if it's a big deal to say, we'll just leave it at midnight. If you close earlier, that's not wrong.
So we'll just, yeah.
Just, yeah.
Also, we can open earlier.
And yes, as you heard earlier, you can open, so that 11 a.m. means you have, or 12 a.m. on the one days and 11 a.m. on Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
You have to be open by that time, but you can open if you want to open for breakfast and do it earlier. That I'm sure people would appreciate that in the area, but
And just a question for as of now, we're closing on Monday. And if we want to open on Monday,
And you would have to come back.
but I mean, that's fine, that we're fine with closing on Monday, but just in case.
But we don't need to sell alcohol on Monday.
Yeah.
If that would.
I feel like that's splitting hairs and, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we don't want
well,
to-
that's, I think we can keep it a close Monday, cause.
So I can
Yeah.
rest.
Okay, because
That's fine.
I mean, we could also put it,
We could add Monday in there and then.
we could just add Monday in there, and then if you're closed one of those days, I guess that's not.
And you don't have to come back and.
We appreciate it.
So we'll just say
Monday.
Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, the label clock is so high and. It's starting to get there, too.
Okay, and then you will not use outdoor space for commercial use. You will employ a door manager security. Do you have a door manager security? Okay, so we're gonna uncheck that. This it doesn't sound like you're that kind of
And
thing.
since I'm pretty strict on like the ID shed, since it's very close to the school, so I train my staff to look at the IDs and like IDs out everyone, even though if they are like my dad's age, sometimes.
Okay. And then to close fixed facade with no open doors or windows. You will not have DJs, live music, third-party promoted events. Any photography is charged. No more than 10 private parties per year. Beyond recorded background music only. You will not apply for an alteration with a company CB3. Will not participate in pub crawls or party buses. No unlimited drink specials. You will have a happy hour. That will end by 7 p.m. You will not have a wait line. You will have a staff person for ensuring no crowds outside. Posted stipulations by the liquor license, and residents may contact the owner at the number below. It's PJ Cassawang at 646-991-5466.
That's correct.
Okay, we're gonna move to a committee vote. Megan?
Yes.
Steve Ballinger.
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer, yes. Michael Bavaro.
Yes.
Okay. Motion passes. Office will be sending out stipulations with instructions in return.
Thank you.
Well, good luck.
Thank you very much. You guys are all welcome.
I have
experience everybody.
I think I've actually tried to find the right person.
All your good work. Thank you very much. Good night.
Okay.
We had that on last.
Last time, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
I
of the
remember that.
welcome, yes, you wanna.
Yeah.
On Zoom, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to number 11. SKWR, which is Stuffed Ice Cream LLC at 139 First Avenue. Are the applicants here for Skewer or SKWR at Stuffed Ice Cream 139 First Avenue? Please raise your Zoom hands. Okay. Are the applicants or is anyone here for item number 11, SKWR 139 First Avenue? Okay, guess we can come back to them, but it seems like at the moment, no one is identifying themselves as for this item. Okay, we'll move on to number 13, which is Resende 182 Second Avenue. The applicants here for Resende. Please raise your Zoom hands. Okay. So I have Willem and Lucas. Do you have an attorney or anyone else here with you, or just the two of you?
Yeah, our attorney Donald should be here as well.
Oh, Donald Bernstein, yeah, I didn't see him on the list.
He's hands up.
Oh, yeah, okay, we got Donald now. Okay, I'm gonna give a quick summary and then we'll hand it over to you. This is LW Restaurant Projects LLC, doing business as Resende, is seeking a full on-premises license. This is a sale of assets in the premises located at 182 Second Avenue between 11th and 12th Street. It's an application for an establishment up to 74 people, 31 tables and 75 seats. It includes indoor and outdoor, it's an enclosed backyard areas with full kitchen and food prep areas to improve your and all's operation. Occasional live music and music playing from small speakers. There are 14 on-premises licenses within 500 feet. The location is currently licensed for an on-premises liquor license as Cacio Pepe. It's operated the site for over 22 years. The applicants have over a decade of hospitality experience, including management and operations, including Dante, Golden Age Hospitality, which includes the Nine, Bar Bianchi, La Dive. There was one commercial noise complaint of police action since in May 2025. 44 residents who live within 2 blocks signed a petition in favor. They are proposing to operate as an Italian restaurant. Hours of operation will be open no later than 11 a.m. all days, open by 12 a.m. Sunday and Monday, 1 a.m. Tuesday and Wednesday, 2 a.m. Thursday through Saturday. It will close all of your dining lot under the temporary open restaurant and any other by 10 p.m. Will not have any speakers outside. We'll close any front door facade dressing windows at 10 p.m. or when amplified sound is playing. We will play live music at background level, but no DJs, no promoted events, scheduled performance, dancing, or any cover fee is charged. Will not apply for an alternative to County CB3, will not have club cross party buses, will not have unlimited drink specials including boozy brunches, will not have happy hours, will ensure there are no wait lines for staff, and have staff outside designated for crowds. Will conspicuously post a stipulation by side of the license and will provide a telephone number for resident public complaints. Okay, anything you would like to add or correct with what I just summarized?
Hi, Clint. No, thank you for doing that. I think that was pretty comprehensive. I'm not sure, I may have missed the first few seconds, but I know you said that it's licensed by Cacio e Pepe. This is a transfer application, so they are still open and operating, and we'll be filing this as a transfer. And they also were using and had licensed the outdoor backyard area, which is not enclosed. It may have said that in one of the documents. It is not an enclosed area. I also want to reiterate what you said is that my clients who are both on have extensive experience in hospitality for years. They've worked in the business. Also, there's no music outdoors. And we did submit a number of petitions, including signatures from people in the building who do have a line of sight into that outdoor area. My clients can speak if you want. It's getting late. I don't want to take up too much of your time. If you'd like to hear from them, they can give you a little bit of their vision for for this place.
Sure, if they just wanna be very brief, we don't.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be really quick.
The nutshell version of it.
Yeah. We're looking to do a high-end sort of contemporary Italian concept with an Australian chef and an elevated aperitivo bar program. It's all seated. There's no seated bar. Outside will close early. That's it in a nutshell.
Okay. So I have two questions.
Yeah.
I know they do currently use the backspace, but I know it's covered most of the year. Do they ever use the backspace uncovered? I thought it's been enclosed essentially all year round.
From what I understand, they had it enclosed because of the construction going on in the building next door, and now that construction is finished, the enclosure has been removed.
Okay, that might make sense.
Yeah. So I mean, they're only using it in the warm months, is what is the upshot of that.
And is the I'm assuming it is because they've had it for years. Is the backyard on the CBO?
Is it what, sorry?
Is the backyard on the certificate of occupancy?
Yeah, there's a letter of no objection from the city, is my understanding, for the backyard as well as the inside.
Okay. Okay, and you do know that you can't have speakers or anything out there, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Are you having any, and I know it's been there for years, it's not enclosed, but are you gonna have any kind of canopy over it, or is there anything like that?
No, it's kind of like a garden space. The walls are really high already at the moment.
Yeah.
We're not going to have anything closing it off on the top.
Okay. And I mean, normally we're very hesitant with outdoor, especially outdoor backyard spaces, because they tend to be a problem, but I do know that they've had this space here for many years, and we've had no complaints, so I think in this case I think we can go with that. The only other question I have, you mentioned occasional live music. What are you proposing in terms of the live music?
Look, that is not something that we have really considered anything to do as part of a core of our business. We thought we'd keep something in our back pocket in case one night we wanted to have a piano player, for instance. But there's no plan to have any music programming.
So do you want to leave that in there, or do you want to take it out?
I mean, if it's no problem to leave it in there, why not? But if you want to take it out and that's going to ease proceedings, then take it out by all means.
Yeah, I mean, we did put in that there would be just one instrument, so we tried to keep it very.
Yeah. So I mean, that's it. I think I personally don't have a major problem leaving it. I think we just need to specify what it is or what. I know you're saying it's not thoroughly thought out, but I think if we do, we just specify it's one acoustic musician or something like that. Whatever you want to define it as, but is that? I mean,
yeah, one acoustic musician is great.
One acoustic, and then is it something that's just going to be like background dinner music while people are dining?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would very much be background ambient music, something to add atmosphere, not a performance to be watched.
Okay. I think those were really, I mainly just had questions about the live music in the outdoor space. And I know because of the backyard, we've checked off the closing everything at 10 p.m. Are you proposing, don't remember, Cacio Pepe, I think they did have some sidewalk seating out front. Are you going to apply for a sidewalk Pepe, or?
Yeah, we will be, yeah.
Maybe roadbed dining there because of where it is on Second Avenue, I don't think, but.
I think they approved.
Oh, they do have roadbed there?
I think so.
Okay, but anyways, we have that box checked off for outdoor because you already have a backyard, so that covers you there.
Great.
You know, that's a separate process to apply for that. Okay, is there anyone here from the public to speak to this item? Seeing none, I think Susan, did you have a?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, since you're going to have the outdoor dining, if if you would attend that virtual meeting Wednesday afternoon, you should be able to see the chat now. You can copy.
Yeah, I texted my business partner Luca earlier that we should both check it out. Actually, it sounds great.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, see no one from the public, we're gonna go ahead and put the stipulations up and we'll run through those quickly for you. Okay, this is Ms. Willem Hawk.
Hawk, yeah.
As a qualified representative of LW Restaurant Projects LLC, located at 182 Second Avenue. My license will be a full liquor license. And I think we have checked off new application, but is this a sale of assets?
Yeah, it's a transfer. Yes.
Right.
That's new application.
Well, but we do have.
It's still new.
Oh no, we don't. Sorry, we don't have. I was thinking we had it on our actual question, our stipulation form. We don't sell that.
I looked.
So it's new. Okay, gotcha. We're leaving it as new. Operated full service restaurant, specifically an Italian restaurant, with kitchen open, serving food during hours of operation. The hours of operation will be Sunday to Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Tuesday to Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Thursday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. You will close the outdoor dining, all outdoor dining allowed under the open restaurant program or any other uses by 10 p.m. and have no speakers or TV monitors outside. It's been existing for years. I don't need soundproofing. Will close any front or rear facade and windows at 10 p.m. Will not have DJs. Will have live music. No third-party promoted events. Any event which cover fee is charged. Scheduled performances. No dancing. Live music will consist of one acoustic musician playing at background level. Will not apply for alteration without coming to CB3. Will not seek a class. It's full liquors, doesn't matter. Will not participate in punk roast party buses. Will not have unlimited drink specials. Will not have happy hours. Will not have wait lines. Will have a staff person for ensuring no crowds. Will post stipulation. Residents may contact the owner at the number below. Will Hawk at 917-225-5822.
Yep.
Clint, one correction if you can make it, change.
Yep.
Instead of 2 private parties per month, can we say 24 per year?
Sure, I think I don't have any problem with that, so 24 per year. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add? Okay, we're gonna move to a committee vote. Megan Joy,
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger,
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer, yes, Michael Lavario.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
motion was approved, the office will be setting out the stipulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Okay, moving on to. Actually, we'll check again, is number 11, Skewers Stuffed Ice Cream at 139 First Avenue. Applicant here, anyone here for that item? Raise your Zoom hand. Moving on again. Okay, number 14, Subi Panda LLC at 218 East 10th Street. Are the applicants here or their attorney? So Donald, we have you again. And I think we're getting the applicant promoted.
Yes, my clients are here.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and read through a quick summary here. So it is Subi Panda LLC doing business as Kuro Neko is seeking a full premises license for the premises located at 218 East 10th Street between 1st and 2nd Avenue. It's an application for an establishment of up to 74 people. Plus 8 plus a private dining table and 16 plus 5 counter seats and 6 to 8 private dining seats with 1 counter bar. There's also an 8-foot service bar adjacent to the counter dining bar. Japanese full kitchen, serving food during hours of operation. No TVs, streaming background music. There were 22 on-premises licenses within 500 feet. This was previously a Japanese restaurant. The prior occupant was Sabai Restaurant, doing business as Rai Rai Ken. The applicant has never held a license, and I don't think it appears to have any other restaurant experience. There were any criminal complaints of this location in the past. And I don't really have a quick count of your petition signatures. We'll come back to that. We'll add in those petition signatures in a minute. So they were proposing hours of operation of 11 a.m. to midnight, Sunday to Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Thursday through Saturday. No outdoor space for commercial use. Closed fixed facade. On the background recorded music only. not have live music. No entertainment level or DJs. I think you did have, or maybe you didn't have checked off the promoted events, we can come back to that. We'll not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. No pub crawls or party buses, no limited drink specials. We'll have happy hours till 7. We'll ensure there are no wait lines and designated employee for crowd control outside. We'll post the stipulations and provide a number for residents to call tonight. Okay. Gonna hand it over to you if you want to go ahead and give us a little summary or description of what you're proposing. And if there's anything you need to change or correct with what I just read through.
Yeah, I think if I may, they just asked me about the 74 occupancy. That's not a problem, Serena and Josh. Your seating is about 30, but your legal occupancy, since you're under the PA amount, is technically 74. So you don't have to worry about that. But your seating is a little over 30. So it's a small space. Serena's the owner. Josh is her son. He's a chef. He's going to be the chef here. He's been working in restaurants. He's got some good experience as a chef. They have hired a general manager. He's been in hospitality for 6 years. So they are well staffed to operate this restaurant. I think the last Japanese restaurant that was there closed in 2024 and was there for at least 11 years. And I think they may have moved from the store next door. So they were in the community for a while. We did get a number of petition signatures. I believe that there are at least 18 signatures from people that live in the building. And Josh, you want to give a little quick introduction about what you're doing?
Sure. How's it going? Good evening. I'm very honored to be here in front of you guys. My name is Josh. I'm very honored to stand before you. Here to introduce Kuro Neko, a new intimate casual fine dining concept coming to 10th Street. We are immensely honored. I'm going to say honored so many times to be taking over the space of Rai Rai Ken. It used to be the oldest ramen shop in Manhattan for over 25 years and a true neighborhood gem. We are evolving it into a Kodawari dining experience, which basically means everything is artisanal, everything is fresh, hyper local ingredients or specialty imported. Our menu will feature crudos, ceviche, small tapas. The center is homemade ramen noodles, so we'll have a specialty machine for those. And of course, Asian desserts at the end. And we plan to pair it with an elegant, affordable cocktail pairing experience. An accessible 5-course tasting, probably with spritz cocktail and wine pairing. To entice the community for another option for no frills, accessible, non-stuffy, and of course, non-performative hospitality. All presented through a global New York meets Asian fusion lens. I've spent 12 years in this industry, and a lot of it was in this amazing East Village. There's nowhere I'd rather start my first restaurant at. Working with places like Narita, Evie Loves, Momofuku, Essex Market, just all over town. And I actually worked at Rai Rai Ken for a little while towards the end. And we've been very close with the family business for like 11 years now. That's my main mentor and now my landlord. This neighborhood raised me professionally and personally. And I've also attached our general manager, Johnny Wilson, who's been 6 years in the East Village and over a decade in restaurant management experience. So we're very honored and happy to be here and excited.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And the only other change, Clint, is we put an 11 a.m. opening, but they're not going to start with that serving lunch. They're going to start just with dinner. So let's put in 5 p.m. as the required opening time.
Yeah, okay, so
when they
hours
are
would be
able to ramp
5
up,
p.m. to midnight, Sunday through Wednesday.
Yeah, when they're able to
1 a.m. Thursday through Saturday.
Yeah.
Is that?
It'll be 5 p.m. to midnight Sunday to Wednesday and until 1 a.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, okay. That's what,
When they're able to ramp up for lunch, they'll start to open at 11.
And as you've heard me say many times tonight, the 5 p.m. is when you have to be open. We'd be lucky to go open earlier to have lunch traffic, but we know the realities of that, and hopefully you can get there. And while we were doing that, I did a quick count again of the petition. We had 164 petition signatures in support within 2 blocks, so that's a pretty good number there. So I'm just changing my 5 p.m. here so we get that. And then, is there anyone actually before we move? Is there anyone here from the public to speak to this item? Please raise your Zoom hand.
I think Tyler's probably here.
Yes, please, I see we have Tyler. It's Heffernan, yeah, Tyler Heffernan. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. Cool. Yeah, just submitting a comment of support. So I work with EV Loves NYC, and Josh has been a supporter of ours for the past 5.5 years or so. So he's been donating ingredients since 2020. And the restaurant where he most recently served as culinary director was a big feeder for our workforce training program. So we can't thank him enough. He's created one of the rare healthy work environments in a kitchen from his previous management experience, and I'm really happy to have him back in the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you very much, Tyler. Okay, committee, any questions, comments, anything?
I'm in support. I'm in support.
Okay, okay, then we're gonna go ahead and put the stipulations up. I think it's a pretty straightforward application, and it's, you know, there was an existing restaurant there, so I think you're good in that regards. Okay, so it is I, Serena Reisner, as qualified representative. Oh, is there a correction or something, or was it just?
No, that's right. That's right.
No, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. I, Serena Reisner, is a qualified representative of Subi Panza LLC, located at 218 East 10th Street. My license is a full liquor license. Will operate as a full service restaurant, specifically a Japanese restaurant with kitchen and open serving food during office operation. Hours of operation will be Sunday through Wednesday, 5 p.m. to midnight, Thursday through Saturday, 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. I will not use outdoor space for commercial use. I will have, are you having doorman security personnel?
We're not having a bouncer, quote unquote, but every front of house staff, we have a system for mitigating the people and telling them there will be signs posted everywhere saying, oh, please, thank you for dining with us. But I have a back of house voice, so I don't know how to really say, oh, go over to the avenue, but my whole front of house team is ready for that.
Okay, but it's just, I mean, that's just your staff. You're not having an actual designated
No
doorman.
licensed security. No licensed security.
No, so we're gonna uncheck that then. I think we do check if you will install soundproofing, but it's existing. Are you making any changes or?
We are adding extra soundproofing.
Okay.
We're adding sound absorbing cork material.
Okay, so we'll leave that check that you will install soundproofing. You'll have a closed fixed facade. You don't have DJs, live music, third party promoted events. Any event which cover fee is charged, your scheduled performances. Now, I think you did have checked off. You would have dinner events or collaborations up to 2 per month that we sold as advanced tickets or reservations. I think, as you heard what we said earlier, that's not really a cover fee, so I think we're gonna check off you won't have cover fees, but then we'll leave the description that you included, which was dinner events or collaborations up to 2 per month, sold advanced tickets and reservations promoted via social media. Is that? Because I think what we discussed earlier, that's different than an actual cover charge where you're charging someone a door to come in.
I think that's fine.
Okay. And then also no more than, and you're not having scheduled performances of any sort, are you?
No.
So we'll check that off. And then no more than 2 private parties per month. You'll play on background recorded music only. Not participate in public party buses. You will have a happy hour of the win by 7 p.m. No wait lines. You'll have a staff person responsible for ensuring no loitering noise or crowds. With post stipulation, and residents may contact the owner manager at the number below. Serena Reisner at 646-410-0503.
Yeah, and we are applying also for a temp permit, so that should be checked up on top as well. Yeah, right, perfect.
Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and move to a committee vote. Megan Joy?
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger? Yes. Clint Smeltzer, yes. Michael Bavario? Yes. Okay, so motion's approved. So the office will be sending out your stipulations with instructions on returning them.
Thank you. Good night,
Thank you very
everybody.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Okay, last one.
We have 2 more. If they come back.
If
You have 11th Street or 13th Street, or 12th Street or 13th Street.
wait, where? So we have
Number 15 and number 16.
Oh no, we already did 16.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did. That was one of the expedited ones at the beginning. Oh. Yeah, so it's just 13th Street. And then we'll check 11, we'll check before we're done, we'll check 11, but that was just to be clear, we just finished now, so. Number 15 is Idaho, 349 East 13th Street. The applicants here for Idaho. Okay, so we're getting you promoted. Okay, I think we have. Okay, Stacy, we were trying to promote you and you were declining, so we'll try one more time. See if we can get you in there. Okay, so we have Jacob. You're the applicant, Jacob?
Hi.
Yes, you're the applicant, Jacob, for
Yes,
Idaho?
I'm the applicant.
And is Stacy your attorney?
Stacy is right there, I think.
Yes. Okay. Okay, great. We got you now. So I'll give my summary, but before we start, I just had a question. Is this basically, I think as we said earlier, is this essentially a corporate change in structure? Is that what you're doing? Or are you?
It's actually a sale. It's an
It is
asset
a sale.
purchase sale. Yeah.
It is a sale, but okay. It just seemed like, yeah. So I'll go ahead and read my summary, then we can get back to that. So Jimmy Leather Pants LLC doing business as Idaho, seeking a full on premises license at the premises located at 349 East 13th Street between First and Second Avenue. It's an application for establishment of 74 people, 8 tables, 55 seats, 13-foot bar, full kitchen serving food during all its operation. 2 TVs, background level music, live bands. There are 20 full on premises licenses within 500 feet. The location is currently licensed to the business with the same hours. The applicant is not currently a license holder. There were 10 311 complaints of this location since 2018. We received no support or opposition to this item to this point. 36 residents who live within 2 blocks of the location signed a petition in favor. They are proposing to operate as a restaurant, full kitchen, serving food all hours. Hours will be opening no later than 12 p.m., closing by 12 a.m. Sunday, closing by. Actually, it's 12 a.m. Sunday through Thursday, opening at 12 p.m., closing by 4 a.m. Friday and Saturday.
Correct.
Will not use outdoor space for commercial use, have a closed fixed facade. Will play audio recorded background music only, consisting of recorded music with live acoustic music, still at background level, but will not have DJs, promoted events, scheduled performances, any other photography discharge. Will not apply for an alteration without counting CB3, no pub crawls or party buses. No limited drink specials. It may have happy hours till 7. Will ensure there are no lines and designated employee for crowd control. Will post these stipulations and will provide a telephone number for residents with complaints. Is there anything you would like to add, change, correct to what I just went through?
I think I'm open till 2. It's basically the same hours as the current hours by the current liquor license, which is 2 a.m. during the week, 12.
Okay, so what I read, it's supposed to be 12 p.m. opening no later than 12 p.m. closing by 12 a.m. Sunday, and then is it 12 p.m. closing by 2 a.m. Monday through Thursday?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, that was just a mistake.
Yeah, Sunday to Thursday is closing at 2, and then Friday and Saturday closing at 4. Opening 12 every day.
So Sunday is actually closing at 2 as well, or Sunday at 12?
Yeah, no, 2
at midnight.
Oh, midnight, you want to make
Yeah,
it?
midnight. That's what it is now. I just like to
Okay.
Okay.
Sunday midnight.
Okay, so we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Anything else need to be changed, corrected, revised?
Nothing corrected.
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. And again, this is basically replacing the existing business with same business, same stipulations, everything else. Now, are you keeping the same name and everything?
So the DBA changed. I took over managing about 2.5 years ago, and kind of turned it around. It was closed for a year. I've been really trying to reach out to the community, talk to people. All of the names that I got on that list, that was one afternoon. I could have gotten many more. Introduced myself to everybody in the neighborhood. I tried to get trees planted and vacant plots. on the sidewalk. I'm really trying to, I really believe in New York and the kind of pub community, where it's a community gathering. And I really feel like I'm a positive influence on the neighborhood.
Okay, and now just one more clarification, in terms of, I don't think you had this in the questionnaire, in terms of your experience, you said you were the manager there for the past 2.5 years?
I was the manager, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that in just because then, because I had listed that you didn't have any license holder experience, which is kind of true, but you still at least have managed this location for 2.5 years, so that, I think that goes to something of, you know.
Thank you, yeah, okay, great. So
Okay.
yeah, I've had about 30 years of experience in the industry. I've worked at everywhere from the Corner Bistro to the Carlisle Hotel. And I switched about 4 or 5 years ago to a management kind of role. So that's where I learned the other side of the story.
Okay, perfect, I just added that in here. Okay, committee members, any questions or comments for this applicant? It's pretty straightforward, exactly, so. Okay, we're gonna throw the stipulations up and run through those, so you see what we are voting on. So this is I, Jacob Salas, qualified representative of Jimmy Leather Pants LLC, located at 349 East 13th Street. My license is a full liquor license. Will operate a full service restaurant, specifically Idaho themed food restaurant. With kitchen open serving food during all its operation. The hours of operation are 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Sunday, 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. Friday and Saturday. Not use office space for commercial use. Will employ a doorman and security personnel. There's already soundproofing installed. Do not make any changes. Will have a closed fixed facade. Will not have DJs, third-party promoted events. Any of them should cover fees, charge for sketch performances. You will have live music. And I think just a clarification is the live music. It's acoustic.
It's acoustic. Yeah, no GJs, nothing amplified.
So, but is it accurate to say the live music is a background level though?
It's not necessarily in the background, but it's not like.
But it's acoustic unamplified, is that it?
Yeah.
So acoustic, we'll just say acoustic, it's because I get acoustic music can technically be a little louder in the background, but we'll say acoustic unamplified live music.
Thank you.
That's good. Thank you.
And then we'll check off, we'll play on the, we'll uncheck recorded background because it's live, there's live music. Will not seek a change in class to full premises coming to CB3, not participate pub crawls or party buses. Will not have unlimited drink specialists, will have a happy hour that will end by 7. Will not have wait lines, will have a staff responsible for ensuring no loitering or crowds. Post the stipulation, residents may contact the owner of the number below, Jacob Salas at 323-350-2345.
Correct.
Okay, we can move to a vote. Megan Joy.
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger.
Yes.
Ms. Meltzer, yes. Michael Lavario, yes. Okay. Motion passes. The office will be sending out the stipulations with instructions on returning.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Have a great
day.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna give one more last call for, there's still a couple people on Zoom, so I think is the applicant here for number 11. SKWR Skewer, which was Stuffed Ice Cream LLC at 139 First Avenue. I see no one. The people, I see 3 people online. Do you have anything? Is there something you wanted to speak to at this meeting? Please raise your hand. If not, we're gonna end the meeting. Okay, seeing none, we're gonna take a vote to adjourn. Megan Joy.
Yes.
Stephen Ballinger.
Yes.
Clint Thompson, yes. Michael Lavario.
Yes.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
You have to have the meeting,
And the meeting stops recording.
because I made your house.